Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. Stateside Blues, bollocks to all that. Wembley, we're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley. Evening.
Yes, we're going to Wembley. That's exciting. I'm really excited for that. That's good. Well, I wish I could go, but you'll be there. You'll be there for all of us here at Stateside.
But by the way, it is no longer Wembley. I am banning the name Wembley. It is Etihad South. Let's give it the correct term. It's about our 40th trip in. I'm not kidding. It is. It's about our 40th trip in about 8 years. I know all the stewards.
Yeah.
I know the guys going through London. Hi, mate. Back again. See you soon. I'm like, Danny, go on. I'll let you go. Because listen, I'm not. One thing, I don't want to hear any of the pep out shit tonight. We're glazing tonight. Tonight, we're at the final. We are going to glaze.
Well, yeah. What can I say? We're into another final. Yet another trip to Wembley. Standard procedure nowadays. First half, tremendous from a big cast of players, with the sort of caveat that Newcastle had to go for it and sort of opened up, and we had to get them on the counter, and that sort of played to our strengths. But again, Reinders tremendous. Marmoush took his chance exceptionally well. Trafford bailed us out a couple times, but again, didn't need to be a good performance, just needed to get the job done. Second half is what it is, but again, if you're complaining about being 5-1 up on aggregate, give your head a wobble. We're going to the final. So be happy. You're allowed to be happy. Not all semi-finals have to be 4-0 Real Madrid. Like, I know we're used to that now. I know we think that's the standard, but again, job done. Let's fucking beat Arsenal in the final then, boys. Come on.
Oh, Danny's swearing. He means business.
Yeah. That's coming from someone who doesn't hit
the bastards. People. Look at the bastards. Egal, one pots. We're coming for you all, boys. We're coming for every single one of you. Top Gunners have won it.
Yeah. Tarquins, mate. Let's tear them apart.
Yeah. Aaron Cockney's apart. We were singing that on the watch along, City tearing Geordie's apart. So we were trying to sing on the watch. Or I was trying to sing a little bit. I was by myself, so until Steve showed up almost at the end of the game. But I loved it, man. I loved it. I thought that was one of Tijani Rangers' best game for us. Nico O'Reilly is going to be a superstar in our midfield. Let's give him time. He's 20 years old. He's young, but I thought he looked very good. I thought he and Nico G worked very well together. I mean, it wasn't perfect. There were mistakes, of course, but I really like the dynamic between the two of them. I thought it helped us. It suited us very well. Nori, brilliant. This is why we signed him. It makes you wonder why he sat on the bench for so long for AFCON, because we were sitting at, we wore Nico O'Reilly out. And we had that beast sitting on the bench, and Omar Marmoush, excellent. I didn't see who was man of the match. I figured it would be Marmoush for the goals. I thought that front line looked really good because, I think Tijani was like on paper the 10. I thought him and Marmoush and Semenyo, I thought that worked very well together. Also, when Haaland came on, I thought Haaland looked very lively too. Like he could have scored. He should have scored a brace. I think Ramsdale made 2 pretty good saves. Turkey looked excellent as well. Turkey to Haaland again. That link up was still there, even though they didn't start the game. But I got to give a lot of credit to James Trafford. I thought he was excellent saving the ball, and he was also doing a good job with his feet. But he made some big saves that could have been like momentum changers, and I loved it. I loved it today. Phil Foden. I got to give Phil Foden props because everybody wants to sell him and all this and that. The highest compliment I can give Phil Foden today is he looked like Bernardo Silva out there. He was everywhere, and I think he was dictating the play, the tempo. I thought he was excellent. What was that, Danny?
I say, is that a compliment coming from you? We know how you feel about Bernardo Silva, but
I don't hate the guy. You guys misrepresent me. I'm just, my agenda is he should play once a week, and for the team to move on, we have to progress forward with new players. That's it. That's it. I don't hate the guy. I love Bernardo Silva. He's been here 10 years. He's been one of the greatest players I've ever seen. So I don't know. I think I'm just a little misunderstood on that. But maybe I've made it seem that way.
Repeat that again. One of the whats you've ever watched.
I've already.
Yes.
Good
We've
one.
got Chelsea on the bandwagon now. Come on.
He's up there. I don't think he's shit. I really don't.
Speak on it, Martin. What did you think?
I think I just pulled the rug under. I think I pulled the rug out of Martin there.
I think the second half is what the second half was. I know everyone's going to cry about it, but I thought the 11 was spot on. I thought the 11 was absolutely spot on. I thought we started the game with so much pace and everything about us. I mean, there's so many standout performances tonight, and I thought there was so much good chemistry as well. I really think there was. I think Trafford was outstanding. But he was amazing. Pulled off some very important saves early on in one-on-one situations. I thought the back line was really good. I thought the Gonzalez-Phil Foden combination worked really, really well. I thought they really complemented each other much. Very, very well.
Wait a second. You have an agenda on Nico Gonzalez. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you want to?
I've got an agenda. And the thing is, I thought Mamouche, Semenyo was just really snappy together. And Reinders, like you said, I thought that was Reinders' one, if not the best performance, because that's what I want from him. The guy was breaking the lines. He was driving the ball forward.
He could have had a hat trick in that first half, too.
My only slight criticism in the first half was, by the way, we're going to talk about the crowd and everything else because I'm trying to not dampen anything tonight because I don't think that's the right thing to do. But we have to talk about it because it was there in black and white for everyone to see. And I don't mean Newcastle there.
I was going to say.
But, yeah, I don't mean it in that. But I honestly believe that the first half, the way we played in that motion and that quickness, and this is why the other day I'm not having a go at anyone. The only thing I was disappointed with, thought we were trying to walk the ball in a little bit too much. I don't know if that was Newcastle sitting so deep because it was the other end of the pitch from me, but we were screaming shoot a lot. I thought we could have had a couple of pot shots from the edge of the box. There was one where we went from the right wing over to the left wing, back to the right wing, and we were like, what are we doing here? We're going left, right, left, right, left, right. We were all over the gaff. But
yeah, Nico G had one of those outside the box.
I'm not sure if that was because Newcastle had sat so deep. Newcastle surprised me a bit. I thought they were going to come out and really go for the juggler tonight, and I thought they came out a bit timid. You wouldn't have thought they were 2-0 down the way Newcastle came out, but I don't know if that's again because of the way we started the game. I thought we started with intensity and pace.
Almost treated it like 0-0 because once we scored the first one, it was quite open.
Yeah, they probably were
6 minutes into the game too.
Yeah. So that kind of suited, Reinders and Marmouche. I mean, Reinders, again, tremendous against Wolves in the opening day of the season. It was kind of a similar game in that regard where you had a lot of space to drive down the middle. And then, I don't know. I thought Marmouche was good. He was very fluid movement-wise. He was on the left. He was in the middle. Both the goals are fortunate, but he put a great effort in, so can't fault it. He kind of deserves it for the application he put in. I don't want to make this about Haaland, but it was sort of a...
I'm sorry, Lee. You'll have to deal with your middle of the road. You did well tonight, but I'm sorry. Hopefully not a third round final. We'll get into it. Right, just going to do super chats, then we'll get fully into it. Robertino, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Really do appreciate that, Mail Mucker. Your channel has also gifted people 5 channel memberships. I promise you, I'm really poor on this at the minute, and I apologise. We will be doing a draw, I promise you, at some point in the next week or two, and we'll be giving away 2 prizes for my slackness over the last couple of months. I'm going to get into the attendance where I've kept that one. And Mark Harris has gifted 5 channel memberships as well. So if you have received one, massive thank you to Mark Harris. W's in the chat for him. And Wazza with a £2. Thank you so much. Well done, Martin. So easy for you. Our time will come. And it will. It will, Wazza. Your fans did you proud tonight. You were loud. You were proud. And you did. But unfortunately, there's levels to it. And, you know, there was just a level, there was a quality and depth there that I believe Newcastle will get to at some point. Also, it's just a patient game for you. Queen of that, becoming YouTube member as well. Thank you so much, Newcastle fans who are signing up to memberships. Thank you. Was any of you two upset with the lineup tonight? Because I know Haaland dropped to the bench. There was a lot of concerns on that at the beginning of the game. Was anyone surprised or?
No, not really.
Relieved even?
It was
I think that was almost what I predicted. Yeah.
It was an appropriate amount of changes considering we've got Liverpool at the weekend. And that's a game where you're starting at 0-0 as opposed to 2-0 up. So, no, I kind of agree with Nick here. When I was over in December for, was it Brentford or West Ham? They had some like Christmas choir singing Blue Moon. I'm like, what is this? Disneyland Manchester? Like,
I felt for the young girl because Newcastle fans just outsung her. And she's trying her hardest to just sing Blue Moon to everyone. And she just got drowned out. Old girl. Listen, anyone who knows me knows I am a fan of these light shows. Again, it's for the kids and it's fun and everything else.
It's for the tourists, mate, not just the kids.
I've fucking got none of them in tonight either. Where are all the tourists? They're all gone.
They're waiting for Real Madrid in the playoff, mate.
What's up? We're not top of the league. We're not top. Where is everyone? Elanga, we gave it. Well, yes, but what did I tell you, Martin? Our manager doesn't have a clue most of the time.
Steve has been saying this for a while. I can confirm.
Anyhow, claimed they went attacking. Don't think they did in the first half. They had a couple of chances. That was it. Tickets was a lot. I don't buy that. Kid. It was 20 quid, mate. I don't buy that.
If I had been in Manchester, I would have gone, but
I don't buy that. I'm going to be honest, mate. I think there's a lot of. I'm trying to keep counsel on it because of I'm in a group and I know what's going on right now. And there was a meeting yesterday, and there's a lot of people very unhappy. Yeah, it's difficult at the moment. Etihad South in March. Let's go. By the way, I have got what I asked. Back in June, all I said was I want my March trip to Wembley. That's all I asked for, to the Etihad South.
I would like to say I have been to the Etihad in 3 separate seasons. In both of the previous 2, we have not won the league, but we've won the League Cup. It looks like we're on for that to continue.
Oh,
we're 6
you
points
come
behind.
every year, then?
We're 6 points behind in the Carabao Cup final, so it's going to continue. Just you wait.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem, SOS. We will come to it because, like I said, I can't ignore it because it was as obvious as anything. So there was empty seats everywhere. There was, and I can't ignore it. Max Lane doesn't look confident on the ball. Gabriel Arteta teams at Wembley. Let's go. Can't let Arteta win a final for us, please. Don't let me down, City. I need to see Arteta's tears. Lee Gunner, we're coming for you. All I want is Gabriel's tears. Just back home, good result, bring on Arsenal. What a performance from James Trafford. Massive shout out to Trafford. We quit before we even hit the ball. 2 finals in the last 2 years in the middle of a rebuild. Not bad for a washed-up manager. Good evening, panel. Good evening, all you beautiful Blues. Come on, City. Thank you again, Mark, for your very kind and generous membership. I'm on holiday in Tenerife. Oh, wow. Can I swap with you? Callum, can I swap? Can I go to Tenerife? Please. I want to go in Princess Dies. Utterly embarrassing tonight. Only the away support deserves any praise. Good luck in the final. Thank you. Etihad Desud. honestly, I'm on first name basis with the bloody doorman. Martin, you know Wembley's a shithole. Get in, get out of London. All I want the green man. They better give us the green man this year because we lost the green man last season in the FA Cup final. I want it this year. I want the green man back this year. Thoughts on Rod? I mean, we'll get into it. Right. obviously, first half, we come out, blaze of glory. 7 minutes it took us before Omar Mamouche is putting the ball in the back of the onion bag. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think at that stage it was game over for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially how Newcastle kind of had to come out and attack. Well, they should have anyway. But like you said, they started very, very strangely, trying to play a back five when, again, Tottenham played a back five or a back three in the first half against us at their stadium a couple of days ago. It didn't work. They switched to a back four and it totally pulled us apart. So it's a very weird setup. But then again, after then, they had to come out and attack us, and that played to our strengths, as you could see, for the rest of the half. So,
yeah. What did you think of it, Kels, first goal?
It's great. Yeah. I mean, to score that early in the game just really killed any hopes that they had because, 3-0, them needing to score 4 goals and also keep us out. To have any hope in the tie, I think that just was great timing. I loved it, man. Yeah, I kept crying about Marmouche all season, saying, we need to incorporate him into this team. And when he just sat on the bench or when he's coming in for 5 minutes at a game that's hopeless, you're not going to get the best out of him. But this is why I kept crying. I think he's a quality player. And he hates Newcastle. He scored 5 goals against him now at the Etihad in 2 games. So he hates them.
Yeah.
Has he got an issue with Newcastle?
I guess so.
His poor first touch worked in his favor finally. Because he had
one really good first touch and he was offside. I was like, oh, come on, man. Just get it together. There's one thing where I was like, oh, I mean, I don't know if he would have scored the goal or anything, but don't get what? Get to meet Hero Martin down. What? I have been to Wembley before, but I went for an NFL game. The 49ers were playing Jacksonville, so I went over back in like 2012, 2013, one of those years. So, yeah, Wembley, not that great. And the drinks were really expensive. So,
yeah, it's not surprising.
Who on that? And that was 10 years ago. I don't know, 15 years ago. I don't know what they are now. Yeah, I love Marmouche. Yeah, keep playing. I played him in Haaland against Liverpool. I don't know what I know we're thinking too far ahead, but I would keep that. The two of them, I like the dynamic of the two of them together. I think we need Marmouche's press.
Queenie's gifted 10 memberships. She's a Newcastle fan.
Gracious in defeat, fair enough.
Thank you so much.
Queenie is awesome. She came on our preview stream last night. Steve knows her. So I got to meet her last night on a stream for the first time. Awesome lady. I really enjoyed. What?
I can't talk about that stream.
Well, it wasn't because of Queenie.
Why not?
You got to go watch it for yourself, and you'll see.
I'm not watching a 2-hour stream of a preview of a game that's already happened. Come on.
Trust me. 1.5 speed is your friend. I'll say I woke up to a text message this morning from Steve saying, like, yeah, Andy felt bad about that.
I don't know, but we ended up having an argument about. We ended up in the debate about
birthday. It was Andy's 40th birthday, so happy birthday to Andrew.
Yeah,
and let's just say he was celebrating his birthday before he came on the stream.
We ended up in a 25-minute debate between Nico Riley and Lewis Hall, and when you just give up the chase, and I'm like, right, you win. I can't continue this debate no more. I might give it up. It got to a point of where we were like debating who was going to start for England in the World Cup. I'm like, I only cared about City. I don't give a shit about England.
Oh, and we got lectured because we were allowed to sign all those players, like Santa Cruz and Joe and all them back in the early 2000s or early 20, like right after the takeover. So we got a big lecture about, well, you did that, and well, we're not allowed to do that. After he celebrated his 40th birthday, so it was quite funny. No, Andrew is great. He's a nice guy.
Anyway, right, it wasn't a bad first touch. He was breaking the opposition into a challenge. See, even I can't go that happy clappy part. I can try and do the happy clappy part, but I can't. But yeah, I mean, the one thing I just thought it was a really good goal, and then, I mean, obviously, I think what killed it was we scored the second and the third goal came in such quick succession, it killed Newcastle at that point. And I do believe, I mean, I can't ignore people are rightfully talking about James Trafford from the Gordon chance and it was the one who went through. Was it Willett who went through? I mean, he went through in the first half and he slid along the floor and took the ball off him. Who was it?
I think it was Willock.
Willock, I think.
Was it Willett?
Yeah.
Probably.
The Newcastle fans might be able to remember. I think it was. But
I think it was.
and I know Fields put, we're going to have to,
Was it Gordon?
No, I know Gordon had a chance on the first half. They said, we've got to keep Trafford at all costs. This is the sad reality of it.
Yeah.
And this is the sad part. What we're going to do now is just wish Trafford the best for the rest of the season, win the cup, and let him have his moment because he's going to play in the final. But sadly, unless Pep can work some magic and literally charm him into staying, I think he will leave.
Yeah, goalkeepers don't compete in the league team.
Yeah.
You're number one and the number two. You don't. Again, you had Barcelona's treble-winning team in 2015 where they had Bravo in the league and Ter Stegen in the Champions League. That's one-off thing. So,
Techie baller.
You get excited by a back heel and a flick and a trick, don't you? By the way, yes.
A couple of those today. Those are exciting too. Shout out Nunez.
Where's the rest of the bastard panel tonight?
This is the Danny and Kel show now. This is the Danny and Kel
Where's
show.
Ed?
where is it?
You two talk. I'm just gonna ring Ed. I'm not having this.
I'll send the link to Matt Hatter. I'll send it to Matt Hatter.
Why are you ringing Ed?
I'm just gonna send it to Matt Hatter. I hope that's okay.
By the way, I got the score right tonight. Did anyone notice that? I did say 3-1.
There. Sorry, I sent the link to Matt Hatter, so I hope that's okay. He's American. That counts.
Ed, Woolers Ryjack. I don't know where Beta is.
Ryan White Chocolate Jerky. Oh, are you a Jason Williams fan? Early Sacramento Kings, circa the early 2000s.
I'm gone.
Oh, that's a reference I haven't thought of in a long time. Wow, Jason Williams. I never.
Where are you? By the way, you're live on air.
That was a really good Kings team.
Are you joining the show? We're celebrating. It's in the group chat.
He resent it too because he sent the like. There was a big discussion.
Yeah, it is Wednesday. What do you think it was Thursday? Bye. Ed's on his way. Ed thought it was another day of the week.
I sent it to Mad Hatter too.
I can't believe it. Was it again with the £2? Martin, you have more Newcastle than City supporters. No, we don't. Listen, right. I'm gonna get it out of the way because everyone's bloody tired, man. The support was crap tonight. For the people who were there, big up. It was great. I just think there's a little bit of a problem within the fan base at the minute, and I think it's a disconnect with what's going on off the field with season tickets. I think it's the board or whoever. I'm going to say, sorry, I know has pushed some people away.
Yeah,
and I always said once they got pushed, they would not come back, and they're not coming back. I also think the last 18 months, people ain't going to like this. We have got some fans who enjoy the trophies. And we've had a little bit of a lack of them over the 18 months, and they'll come back from when. Some of it is also money. But it does need sorting out. We can't keep ignoring it. There is an issue with it.
I'll just say as an outsider, I have never seen a team harass its hardcore fan base as much as Man City has harassed theirs. For me, I think the ticketing thing is a complete debacle. The fact that you can't send a ticket to a friend of yours without the club being able to jack up the price by 5x or whatever, that to me is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Just give it to your friend. Who cares? Yeah. Like, why does it have to be this money grab? Like, I don't get that. Like, do you want empty seats? Because I think the empty seats are more embarrassing for the club than they are for, oh, well, what if we make money? Well, we don't have to sell 5 tickets. We'll make the same price selling 2 of them. We'll have empty seats. It's like, you want empty seats? It's embarrassing. People are going to be laughing at us about that. And they're laughing at you, Soriano. They're not laughing at Pep and the players. Like, that to me, I can't believe that. The way that they just kick fans out and take their season ticket away for stupid things. That to me, I don't get it. These are people who have supported the club in the, during the dark times back in League 2, all that stuff. Why would you want to alienate your fan base? Because the tourists are, we see this all the time in American sports. Tourists and bandwagoners, they're not sticking around through the hard times. And the only people who are, you pissed off and they're not coming back. So that to me is just really, really, it's really short-sighted. It's really poor. And it's just, I think it's embarrassing. But these people, Soriano's job is to make money. He doesn't really care. So maybe it's time to start Soriano out.
Look, I'm not a regular match-going fan, but comparing the ticket prices 10 years ago when I went to the first time to the ticket prices I had to pay when I went over a month ago, it's gone up mental. And again, 2 years ago, I talked to a couple of match-going fans and they were saying they're charging 60 quid for Burnley on a midweek in the middle of January. And that's just absolutely ridiculous. Again, I don't know what the average weekly wage is over there, nor am I entitled to know, but that's a proper work day for some people. They've got to feed their families. They've got to, people's lives don't revolve around City. There's other things they enjoy doing. There's other things they love. So it's a bit selfish from the club. I know, again, I'm an outsider. I can't comment. I come once every 1 or 2.
No, but of course you can, because Danny, that's where I disagree. That protest we did last season wasn't just for the locals. We didn't agree with fans abroad having to pay 70, 80 quid. You pay enough in flights. Now, we can't do anything about flights. I do apologise. We can't get into AA and Delta and all that.
But the flights aren't City related. The flights are me related.
That's just the airline market. That has nothing to do with it.
And I'm going to be honest, mate. I don't think we'll sell Wembley out either.
No, I don't think we will either.
I don't think we'll sell Wembley out. So I'm getting that early. I just think, unfortunately, it's a number of things. I just think there is a disconnect at the minute. There's a disconnect.
Yeah, and again, I know some fans who are like, okay, it's a billionth Wembley trip. They're just less enthused about it than before. Again, we play Real Madrid away every season. Some of the hardcore away fans who go all the time, they're like, oh, CBA, Madrid again. And that's fine.
It's all over. We can't ignore it, Gazzo. There was that third tier was empty, mate. A lot. Come on, we can't do that.
Again, it's down to the club. It's not down to the fans.
It's down to the club to sort it out. Because at the end of the day, get sold for it's 10 quid. So that can't be price. It's Saturday at 3 o'clock. That's not down a price. And
maybe some fans are scared to go. They're scared to get banned for life if they say, because I've read I know it's Twitter, so obviously it's like Wikipedia. Everything on there's always true no matter what. But people say they've gotten banned, because they'll say something to a steward that's not rude, and the rude will be like, "Oh, you said that to me. You swore at me," and blah blah, and they'll get them kicked out. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you going to war with your fan base? I don't get it. It's like they're trying to just scrap season tickets so they could jack up the price for everybody.
I don't know if you won't know this. City don't have any more.
I can't just. I don't have a visa or a passport to live in England. So
but it's not that. There is no season tickets anymore.
Yeah, they're gold dust nowadays. It's quite difficult.
They're not, and anyone that become available, they don't believe this. This Flexi Gold is not a season ticket.
No.
I know the club will tell you that it is. It's not a season ticket. Doesn't hold the same things as a season ticket. All Flexi Gold does is put you on the road to maybe get one day.
And again, if you give out your season ticket, good luck getting it back.
You'll never get it back.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, no, it is. We'll sort it out. We will have a show about that. I know 1894 have put a survey out today about communication atmosphere. There was a meeting yesterday that my 2 nephews went to because they're 2 that have been moved from the North Stand. And they've got to pay. By the way, I found out it's 2,700 quid Sorry, yeah, £2,700 to sit in the brand new now stand area. Not 2,300, 2,700. That was
like
confirmed.
the tier, like the hospitality, or the one that's like brand new and hasn't opened yet.
The one that's brand new. That's going to be brand new.
That's going to be a real embarrassment for them.
Oh yeah, all we can do is get in touch with 1894. 1894 are great. They're not a fix everything in one go, because I don't think we can, but we can try. And Steve said it, I've said it, Dante said it, Nick Jackson said it. All we've ever asked for is open communication. That's all we've asked for. But unfortunately, the one thing I will say, and I know this because my nephews were at the meeting with them last night, as many others were, they're not going to change this no stand. That's going ahead whether people like it or not. The bitching and the moaning is not going to change it. They're ploughing ahead with a no stand.
I think again, I don't want to speak for match-going fans, but another thing that like frustrates them is when Pep says like, "Where's the atmosphere?" and stuff like that, because they feel like it's out of touch. I kind of agree with them there.
Yeah, but Pep's got to maybe have a word with his guy upstairs and say, "You're not helping this."
I don't think.
But anyway, back to the game, because that's why we're here. Ed, good evening. You do know it's Wednesday, don't you? You don't think you're in Thursday or Tuesday or Friday?
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Chat.
Ed, hello. Edward Porter, are you listening to me? Come on.
Yes. Yeah, I'm here. Big up the chat. Big up the panel.
You're my puppet. What you doing? You're not listening to me.
Whoa.
That's what the rumor is online. He's my puppet.
Hey, man, the puppet got to cut the strings sometimes, mate.
I've got the strings already. Go on, what do you think, Ed? Yeah, because you weren't happy, obviously. I know a few people are unhappy with the second half. I'm not. I mean, I'm the opposite. I'm not unhappy with it.
I mean, I understand, like, we're five. I understand, like, I thought the first half was great. I thought, I thought we were very assertive. We came out. You saw that, we wanted to kill the game, to kill the aggregate, right? Like, the front line was moving. It was very fluid. You're gonna say we dominated that half, right? But what I was looking for is just, that sense of urgency, or that sense of, you want to see something that can give you hope moving forward in the games to build upon, right? And what we displayed in the second half still gives me doubt, still gives me that sense of worry moving forward for the rest of the season. Like, of course, I'm happy that we're moving on to a final. Of course, I'm happy that, some of these guys can experience that, right? And we can just keep on building that side of things. But at the same time, we've been on these shows talking about consistency, talking about that lull that we have in second half, right? And for whatever reason, no matter what the game, no matter what the opposition, it happens. And when you try to just understand it, this makes you frustrated. Because the second half, I thought, in the first couple minutes, Newcastle had a chance. Right?
Yeah.
We need to commission someone to break down all these second half meltdowns and see if they can find a root cause. Somebody who's obviously smarter than I am.
The way I'd rationalize it today is, again, you've got Liverpool at the weekend and it's 5-1 up on aggregate. Why would you want to expend energy?
Yeah. That's where I'm at with it.
And again, cup semi-final, just get the job done.
But then but even for our back line, right? Like, I know Gahey would come back into that back line, but you will also want them to feel confident, right, going into that game.
Yeah, I do, but Max Lane and James Trafford aren't going to be playing at Liverpool. It's going to be a totally different back line at Liverpool.
Trafford was good. I would not feel unsafe with Trafford. I'll just say that. I really like Trafford over this tie. He went into a very hostile St. James Park and was also excellent in that game. So I think I really like Trafford, man. I would trust him in a big game if we needed to play him.
Again, the one second half meltdown that pissed me off was the one on Sunday. But again, the other few we were winning the game already, so I can't complain that much. Today especially. But I do kind of
win the game too.
Yeah, the bad one was Sunday. The bad one was Brighton, but again, and Chelsea as well.
Chelsea.
Yeah. But again,
Yeah, I would be very. I
don't
have
think
to
it's
ask
that
Dobbins. I might have to like commission him to.
No,
do-
I'm
I
happy
was
with
thinking about commissioning him to do a breakdown of it and kind of see what.
I'm happy with the result, but
I have to talk to him about
at
it.
this time of the year,
Reach out to him.
you want to build on these results, right? You want to see progress for the next game, right? Like, are we building in a positive way for the following game and the following games after that, right? That's the stage of the season that we're at.
Yeah.
And if I'm just being honest, I'm not seeing that defensively. I'm seeing we're getting better attacking wise over the last few games. Like, we're able to attack teams and score because we kind of been low. You know, we kind of had a drought in that sense, but still defensively, there's still issues.
But I think I'm with Danny. I think when Max Lane and all them come on, yeah, there will be issues. There was issues.
Also, did I?
That isn't
come off?
Divadio, not Diaz. It's
remember.
not Mark Gay.
I don't remember. Did Nori come off? Because I noticed O'Reilly was playing further back. I just don't remember when he came off.
He was.
Yeah. O'Reilly came off for Rodra. Ake went off for
That's
Max
what it was.
Lane, which, by the way, I think shows you Ake's still not fully there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was very good in the first half too. I was giving him a lot of praise on the watch along.
Gonzalez obviously came off late for Rico.
Yep.
Cherky came on for Foden, and then Semenyo came off for Haaland. So I think when you're finishing a game with, 8 Nora, Ake, hushing off Nunez, I think, of course, and I keep saying about this battler, why is this high line so surprising to everyone?
No, I'm not. No, it's really not even a high line. It's still a through ball. That one through ball that can just cut through our midfield.
But we've always been susceptible.
Did that change because Nico O'Reilly wasn't in that midfield anymore? Could that have been?
No,
Nico O'Reilly is very active and very mobile. So
no,
I
because
thought
I
he
don't
was
say what
excellent
it
that first
changed for me. So it changed for me. Newcastle weren't going as long in the first half. They were still trying to play a little bit of football. In the second half, they went a bit more direct.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and people like this, I honestly believe City have always been susceptible to a ball through over the top. People ain't going to like this. I keep going back to the Lyon game, the Monaco game.
Oh, God,
years
I still
ago.
have
It
nightmares
was
about
exactly
that.
the same. Let's have a look at, do you remember the Cancelo and Salah situation at Anfield?
He just sat down.
It's not new. That's just Pep. The reason is it's getting noticed now is because at the time you're winning and you're winning all the trophies and you're on this wave, you don't notice it as much. When things aren't as good as what they once were, things stand out a bit more.
But also,
You had a prime Rodri
taking Nico
there.
O'Reilly out in 2 straight games now, taking him out of the midfield has changed the game. So maybe I'm not saying he's the answer, but maybe he is a solution.
Yeah,
Not the solution, but like a potential part of the
I hate people
solution.
doing it. I don't. Foden, you can see he doesn't have confidence because he had shots.
No, I didn't. I mean, yeah.
It's
Foden,
great
gonna
today.
get
I
into
don't
that
know what
play
this is all about.
I don't have any issues with Foden, but
I thought Foden was good today. I think people have missed. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Foden's role has changed within the team, and people haven't noticed it.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the post game. I'll let you share it because it was your point.
I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly believe Foden is playing the Bernardo role at the minute, and I think that's what he's been groomed for.
So
I think he's been groomed to play the Bernardo role.
Yeah, and I thought he was very good at it today.
Yeah, and I think people need to understand that.
What are you doing? Come on. Runaway cat here.
I think we've got to come out of this thing of
Oh,
Foden,
God. Agenda.
KDB or David Silva. I don't think he is anymore. And that's why I was pulling up them quotes last week of back in October 2023, 24, he was talking about Foden playing in a deeper role eventually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I thought Foden was actually doing the Bernardo role as he was helping Nico today. He was helping out.
Yeah.
He was sat behind protecting a little bit.
Yeah. And people will say he wasn't good because he didn't get a goal or an assist. I thought he was very good today.
Yeah, we scored 3 goals and people are complaining about Foden not scoring. Again, what does it matter? I get he has another level to hit, but again, he's getting scapegoated. I haven't been a huge fan of him over this past month, but again.
Oh no, you know what it is he got a low SOFA score rating. I think his SOFA score rating was like 6.4. So therefore he was terrible.
Yeah. But again, in this current system, that might be Foden's best role. Who knows?
Yeah,
Again,
if that's what we have to look forward to, the future is in good hands. I'm going to say that.
I was an advocate of like playing him near the striker because he's a good goal scorer. But then again, maybe today's convinced me otherwise. Maybe this is what we go with at Anfield, especially because Bernardo's not going to be available. I think this might be what you have to do. And Foden himself does have a pretty good record at Anfield goal scoring wise. So I wouldn't be totally against it. Not that he's in the goal scoring position these days, but
I thought Haaland was very good when he come on that tour.
I think that kind of brought the game back into our favor because we were kind of a little shaky. But then when he and Turkey came on, I think we regained control. And we were able to start because everyone was like, we didn't have a shot on target. We didn't even have a shot in the second half, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as those two came on, we started creating chances. So I think that helped swing the momentum of the game in a positive way back to our favor.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought Foden was good. I thought all our midfield was good today.
That was a good combination, the three of them.
Again, people are
Very
going
good combination.
This is going to sound so weird, but I keep saying it, and then people keep thinking I'm having a go at Rodri, and I'm not. I think Rodri's learning the role again, and he's also coming back to full fitness. I don't think he's fully fit yet, and I think he's being guided back in. But again, I think you notice when Rodri's on the pitch, we slow the tempo down more. When he's off the pitch with Nico, we are more transitional. I just think that's the way it is at the moment. Now, do I think Rodri can do that role? Yeah. But I think Rodri's about 70% capacity at the minute.
I think he'll be able to do it next season.
I don't expect to be back to 100% until, like Kel said, till the end of the season, until next season. Again, ACLs are a difficult thing.
Maybe.
ACL recoveries aren't created equally. You know, Van Dijk had a couple dodgy seasons, but again, I think overall his level sort of.
Yeah, and then he went back to being world-class Van Dijk.
Sane's never really had that same turn of pace, for one. Gundogan was very fortunate with his. He had an ACL in his first season, came back second season, did very well. But again, not everyone recovers the same way. So.
Yeah. And Rodri's never been a pace guy, so maybe that's a sign that he can move. You know, once he gets back to his fitness, maybe that's a sign he'll still be able to play at a high level because he won't have lost something he didn't have in the first place.
By the way, I hear this. I think this is part of the thing with the Foden stuff because they want that Foden killer back. I'm going to be honest. I think with Foden, he's doing what he did with Mascherano and he did with Philip Lam. I think he's changing their roles. And I don't mean directly he's making them a CDM, he's making one of them. I don't mean that. What I mean is I think he's changing his game. He's changing his profile. Remember, he's only 25, isn't he? 25?
Yeah.
He's young enough to change it.
2000, yeah.
And my only thing with it is I have to look at the evidence that I see in front of me. And the last 4 or 5 games when Foden's been on the pitch, he's in the deeper role. He's not in the advanced role anymore. That's changed. That's just football. And again, why I shared the quote, maybe this was Pep's long-term plan for him. When Bernardo was 35, he just wasn't running around, though. He still offered so much quality, so that quality still expected. But Foden is offering that.
Yeah,
Bernardo's never been a goal guy.
He tried to shoot today. He had chances. He just didn't, they were blocked. I don't think he was hiding at all. I think he was, like I said, I think he looked like Bernardo Silva today. Maybe not quite to the same level, but, I liked it. I liked it. I don't have any qualms.
Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Oh, boy.
Easy target is down the next target. And mine's asking why our fans fighting because it's player FC. I love when. Hey, listen, Aziz makes a great point. Haven't people been asking for like a a Rodrigo Gonzalez or a Rangers. Well, you're getting a Foden and Gonzalez combo at the moment.
Whoa. It's a Nico. It's a Nico pivot.
So why is everyone wanting to buy Ali Anderson and Tonali then if we've got all these bloody offers in midfield then? He's trying to get his 11-man midfield on the team. Is this what he's doing?
Oh, hi.
Look, he wasn't complaining about that.
For the £2, I think it will be. I think Newcastle would have won if they'd been better. If they had better shot. What?
Are you talking about the food?
Oh, Betty's right. Yeah. Sorry, Wazzy, you threw me then, and I thought it was my glasses for a moment. But thank you for the super chat. We had O'Reilly and Nico next to each other, and Foden and Reinders in the front. I thought Reinders was the one being released. Reinders was kind of doing the Foden role, and Foden was dropping back to help Nico. And O'Reilly, I thought it worked perfectly. I can't moan at that midfield. I thought the first half it worked.
It was very good. Yeah, Tijani, like I said, I think that's one of his best games for us.
Did I cringe? Everyone's killing me over this chair.
Cade, did you cringe at Pep's celebration? We know which way your bread's been buttered this last week.
Oh! Shots fired.
That does not look like a man who's leaving at the end of the season. I'll just say that.
Well, apparently he's signing Tonali. Why is he trying to sign Tonali if he's fucking off at the end of the season?
He was offered. He's trying to do that to Bruno G for a while. So I do love Tonali though.
Like I said, look at Jay's tweet earlier. If you Pep out has forced my guy out, you're dead to me. Dead to me. People are going to war now. We're going to war. People are going to war now. Pep's still going at the end of the season. Says who, Kate?
Is that what you want, or is that what you actually think will happen? Because I don't think.
Hang on, we've got more breaking news. What's the breaking news? How do you know, Cade?
Forget ITK. We've got ITK.
Because Sam Mockabell, Cade, you like to talk about Twitter. Sam Mockabell says he's going to get the end. The likelihood he's going to get the end of his contract. His contract isn't 2026.
Oh, the end of the season. Did I just?
I think he means that with a lot of love there, Dan.
ITK. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Telegram. If Reinders does a paper patch,
changes to KADE.
By the way, I thought that was a lovely finish by Reinders, considering he just came onto it. And I've seen Reinders in that position early on in the season and mess it up.
He's been in that position most of the season. He just hasn't been able to find the back of the net. So I know we're all ready to give up on him. Maybe as an 8, but I think you can find use for him as a 10.
Today, Reinders, it was very clear to see how much he benefited from the ability to have a goalkeeper who's going to draw a player from the opposition press and create a space for him to attack. This happened against the Wolves. This happened again today. If we create the space for him to attack with no real player tied down to him, the guy is amazing, and that's what he did at AC Milan. Like, that was basically everything he did. So we just gotta try and create that situation for him to do that. It's not rocket science.
Oh, by the way, Tone has sent me a message. I forgot to mention this at the start. At no point has he ever said Pep is leaving. He said he thinks he won't extend his contract. He doesn't know that for deal. He just said he thinks he'll go at the end of his contract. That's 18 months. I think what people are now bored of is we can't do this for 18 months. I can't be doing this Pep in, Pep out for 18 months. While he's here, let's back the guy. Liverpool fans didn't do this with Klopp. United fans didn't do this with Fergie. Yeah, and we're not doing it with Pep.
Standards in it.
Just let him go out.
We're having a wank over the next managerial candidate when Pep's got a contract till 20.
Well, in the last 24 hours,
well, to be fair, if it's Xabi Alonso, I'll go off camera.
That's just because you just exactly. Wow. Anyway.
Man, I had a crush on that guy since 2009. True love never dies.
Here's my thing, right? In the last 24 hours, I've heard welcome Cesc Fabregas. I've heard welcome Xabi Alonso. I've heard welcome Vincent Kompany. I think the only guy who's not been linked to the job or been welcomed in by open arms by the City fans is me. I'm a little bit upset why I've not been announced as a new City manager yet.
Because you're taking us
Ancelotti.
You're taking us down like Joe Royal did.
Oh, am I one of the main road wankers? I'm out the door. This is what I meant with Daps earlier on the South Stand. It wasn't, I don't want to talk. I can't do it for 18 months. If he goes, he goes. Can we just back him while he's here?
This is
They've
probably
already
the
moved on to
second or third
Maresca.
most important person we ever had at the football club. Can we give him some dignity in the way out if he goes?
Some of you are sounding like you cheat on your wife before the marriage is over. Yeah, hey, get in there. I'm straight in. Like, come on,
That's
guys.
usually how the marriage ends.
You let the divorce papers sign coldly before you're jumping into the bed sat with someone else. That's what you're doing with Pep. You're dead man's shoes in it. Big up, Governor. How are you, mate? People jump. They do. Right. And then Mahmoud's got the second one. I hate the AR. And this is why I hate the AR.
Look at it. I didn't understand that.
I hate it. It was nowhere near offside. Why is it being checked?
Marmouche is offside.
Yeah. He was miles off.
I don't know. They're just trying to take another goal away from us after the fake offside in Newcastle.
I thought it was a good, calm finish by Marmouche, though.
Oh, they got a good player in it.
Which one?
Yeah, Marmouche. I'm wearing the Marmouche shirt today, so that's why he scored 2 goals.
Yeah, I have seen that. I'm going to ask our panel's opinion on that. I've seen Anthony Gordon seems to have a bit breaking point with Newcastle fans tonight. They think there's even been an accusation of feigning injury to get off the pitch.
Really? He looked like he looked injured to me. But I'm no expert at faking injury, so.
Hey, Wazzy, you can come on anytime you want, mate. Just email us. Pep had 3 fucking chances to leave. Whoa, Briggsy. Whoa, people are angry tonight. We're in a
No.
Say the F word tonight. Wow.
He split into 2 messages. He says,
oh, has he done it in 2? Oh, right, yeah.
4P.
There's a part 2, Martin, calm down.
Yeah.
Why now? Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It was the aggression in the first part, Briggsy. No, I know Briggs is actually.
You know what it is. I think the rivals are just sick and tired of Pep, so they're trying to manufacture him leaving.
Oh,
they're all begging for it. We all know this. We've all known this for a long time. They're all begging for him to leave.
At the minute over this, and I think the split isn't. I just think from my point of view, I get the impression of people are annoyed with the Pep outers. It's not because you want Pep out. That's fine. It's the way it's being done. People are doing it in a disrespectful way now. And I think there's a way of doing it. Evening, Magnus. I didn't know you liked cream so much. Whoa. Where was this show gone tonight? Stop pouring up. Calm down. Renew 10 years.
Context on that one.
Welcome, Maresca. Forgot that I did. There was something I was going to ask. Right, obviously, second half. Where are you? Because Ed said he was disappointed, and I've seen many saying they were. Danny, was you disappointed in the? Are you worried about the trend, or did you just see that as Anfield's coming up? Rest them down. Don't. Or have you seen it as more of a bigger issue? A pattern of like you see it.
It's somewhat of a trend, but I don't think you can really use today as evidence just because of Anfield. Again, we made wholesale changes throughout that second half. Like Ed was talking about the back line. Like I said, that back line is not representative of what the back line is going to look like at Anfield, at least not personnel-wise. So today, I'm not looking into it. Sunday, you can have the argument that, yeah, it wasn't great. But again, Thomas Frank made great adjustments, as I briefly went over earlier. And the Brighton and Chelsea ones were poor. But again, Wolves, Galatasaray today, we won. So, like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but personally, I don't think it was bad actually, because I mean, were we great? No, but did Newcastle at any point put us in the back foot consistently? Also, no. The chances they had were transition-based situations where, let's be honest, we've always been they've always been able to create chances like that, and you're never going to be waterproof throughout the whole match. You're going to concede 3 or 4 chances down that way if you're going to play a high line or something like that.
Yeah.
So no, I don't put much into that at all.
Councillor, are you worried about a second half performance, or we just put it down to you 5-1 up, rest down for Anfield?
I mean, I'm always a little concerned in the moment, but it wasn't like as bad as it has been. I did take note of the fact that, you know, it was Max Lane had come into the game. We did take Nico O'Reilly out of the midfield. That was a factor. And so they did get a little momentum. They got a goal, but I think when we made the second set of subs, when Haaland and Turkey came on, I think we got control back. I think my biggest critique of the Spurs game was I thought it was just the wrong subs, and I didn't understand them. And you know, like I would have personally brought on like Foden and Marmoush instead of Tijani on in that game, but whatever. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So I mean, it's still a factor. I think it will still be a factor because I think I don't know what the breakdown is, but there is something going on in the second half of games. It has been happening all season. Remember, it happened. It did happen at Monaco. I know that was an individual mistake. I'd be interested to see a breakdown of like individual mistakes versus tactical stuff. I'm not smart enough to do that. Somebody else would have to, but so it just might just be a season. It could just be because this is a new set of players. They're just adjusting to the league. They're adjusting to the tactics. The tactics keep changing. Maybe that's confusing them. So yeah, I'm not like flipping out over it, but I mean, it did happen again, and I hope it doesn't cost us. This is the least it concerned me because we had such a big lead, but it is something we're going to be seeing probably the rest of the season, unfortunately, and that's just part of rebuilding.
Yeah, I also think that there is something to the fact that we keep having to change the way we play because you're playing in this direct transition based style, and one game is completely different to another because you're reacting to what the opposition does. So what Spurs does is completely different to what Liverpool does. So you have to prepare the game in a completely different way because you're not going to be having the same spaces that Spurs give you. It's not going to be the same as Liverpool does. So you have to really change the way you're approaching the game as in general. And then it comes to that second half thing, as we're reacting to what the opposition does. The first moments of the game, like the first 20, even 30 minutes at times, we're gonna be on the back foot and we're gonna be making like trial and error situations. We're gonna try something. If it works out, we keep doing. If it doesn't, we have to change something else. And then we have to also having to in mind that there is an opposition coach as well. He will see what we're trying to do and he will adapt to it. He knows the gaps in his own formation better than anybody else. So he's going to try to change things at certain points to be able to just slow down the adaptation process from City.
See, I don't think it was all the second half. I think it was if you'd have said to me the opening 20 minutes ago, then I'm with you. But I kind of would have expected that out of Newcastle anyway. Because the 5-1, did Newcastle, because I mean, if you listen to Eddie Howe after the game, he felt as though he still could get going. Did they think a goal or two? And maybe we had relaxed a bit, hence the Ake Max Lane sub. Because I'm telling you, I'm not sure if that's 0-0 he makes that sub, you know.
I agree. I thought he might have brought Diaz on for a few minutes.
And
Was
he
Diaz on
also
the
with
bench?
Haaland and all of them might come on.
Diaz was on the bench today. Yeah, I thought he might have given Diaz a few minutes to kind of wet his feet before Anfield, but maybe the plan.
Well, I'm coming to that when we get to the Anfield bit, because I do want to ask, because we won't speak to something by then. But Diaz is back now. Anyone putting Diaz back in on Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
That will mean putting Hushinov to the bench.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I also agree. And part of it's on the basis that he's played 9 straight full 90s, and at some point you're going to have to rest him.
And also,
If we are going
as much
with
as
the keep everyone fit brigade, Hushinov probably might do with a bit of a rest.
and also, let's be honest, everybody here who loves Kusanov, Diaz is the better defender right now. Like, Kusanov has a mentally high ceiling, but right now, Diaz is the better player. So we have to play the better players against Liverpool. We don't play a youngster away at Anfield. We don't do that. That's not fair on the kid. That's not fair on the players around him. That's not fair.
I agree with that. I am just a little nervous about throwing Diaz straight into a Liverpool game after an injury. When after last season we did that, he kept re-injuring himself. So that is something I am a little nervous about. But I understand the point about Husanov needing a rest, which is why I was shocked today. I thought Husanov would come off at 60 minutes and Diaz would play for a little while. And I'm actually really surprised it didn't happen. But maybe the timing just wasn't right with the momentum changing a little bit. So I would have liked to have gotten some minutes. I would have felt a lot better about it. I hope he's okay though. I mean, if there's anybody who could just be thrown to the deep end, it is Ruben Diaz. He's mentally strong for that. I just hope he's fit. So that's just my only concern. I don't want him to get re-injured.
What do you think about Pep's comments after the game? If they're going to try and get Mike Gay for the final, they're going to speak to the league about it.
I don't like that.
We're not going to do it.
Those are the rules.
I didn't. I haven't heard his comments.
I genuinely think if Arteta said something like that, everyone would be bitching and moaning, saying Arteta's a crybaby. So I'm not really into it. That might be unpopular, but just
do you think that? How do I put this in a way? The reason, I didn't like it for another reason. Kushinov's done well enough to play in that final.
That's also.
I'm not confident on him on the final. Not at all.
He played well at the Emirates until he got injured.
As a right back, though.
As a right back.
Yes, that's fair.
After that game, changed the whole momentum of it.
He was excellent tonight, Danny Elliott. He was excellent. Big up, Hong. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be at the Etihad South. We will be there in mass. Well, might only be 10,000. But anyway.
A mass of 10,000.
That is a massive 10,000.
Unleash them. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still down for playing Mamouche on Haaland.
Yeah?
Yeah, if we can find a way for it to work.
I want to unleash the pair of them.
I think
we had a lot of success
Mamouche had done
season
enough.
too.
I think it is true that Mamouche has done enough to start, and I think it's also true that Semenyo has done enough to be on the bench.
Oh.
Who's on the bench?
Semenyo. I think it is true that Haaland yeah.
He's saying bench Semenyo.
Yeah, I'm saying that he wasn't good.
I think he was all right today.
I'm playing all three of them. Mamouche left, Semenyo right, Haaland up top.
Yeah, you can do that right now because Doku's injured. So why not play all three of them?
Cherky in behind. And then I think he'll play Rodri, and I'm quite happy to go with Phil, Nico Riley, or whoever he wants. Obviously, he can choose out of that, but I'm going to be honest with you, and people are going to like this. I think it sends a bad signal if you're benching Haaland at Anfield.
Yeah, that is when you might start.
That sends a signal at that point where, yeah.
No, I definitely think Haaland will start that game. If anybody gets benched for Anfield, it will be Marmouche. It won't be Haaland. Or it could be Semenyo. Maybe they do. Maybe Sparkus is right.
I can see Semenyo going into the bench because I've not been impressed with him the past 2 games at all.
But you don't think you play well tonight?
No.
Okay, well, respectfully disagree. I thought he was decent tonight.
Decent, but not well. There's a gap between those two.
The right flank suits him.
But are we
Yeah.
putting too much
I think our black
expectation?
hole is the right hand side.
Are we putting too much expectation onto players where they've got to be worldies week in, week out?
No. I don't think I just don't think, he's gone.
Go on. Ed.
No, you can go.
I think Semenyo is the type of player who's not going to be impacting the game a lot. And if you're not going to impact the game a lot, not going to be on the ball a lot, going to pass the ball around, create chances, drag defenders, drag opposition, then you have to have output. You have to have goals and assists. Because if not, you're not doing much.
He literally scored a goal in the last game.
Well, technically got an assist tonight. You want to call it that?
Did he?
Did he? On the second one? I think the second goal he should.
That's why I said technically.
No, he wasn't an assist. He tried to cut back on the guy. He got tackled.
Yeah, that's why I said technically. I'm just.
No, we're not giving assists for that. I'm sorry.
It was. He kind of did. Reinders got the rebound off his block shot. I don't. All right.
No, then that's not an assist because it touched the opposition player.
None of our goals were assisted.
You're the right party people.
I don't mean this in like a bad way because like his output's actually been tremendous since he's come in, better than like most Pep wingers in their first season. But it kind of feels like we're playing a striker out wide at times. He's not the kind of guy who's going to beat his man week in, week out. He doesn't seem like super technical like some of our other wingers. And again, it's not surprising because when he was coming through at Bristol, I think it was 18-19 season where he was making his debut. He was a striker, so I'm not that surprised. But again, if you're going to play him as a touchline winger, you're not going to get the best out of him. If you're going to ask him to beat men game in, game out, if you're going to ask him to be a Doku, he's not going to give you what you want.
That's what I'm saying, Cade. Start them both.
But I also think that I think if you do start them both, I think lacking creativity. I think if you have two wingers who are goal scorers, I think you need a little bit of a creative player there, creative spark on the wide areas. Or a player who's going to rotate the ball around, like Jack Grealish used to. And with both of them, they're not really going to do that. You essentially have two strikers out wide. Yeah, with Semenyo and Mamouche, you essentially have two strikers out wide.
Exactly. It's
So would you bench one for Turkey to be the creative guy?
Yes,
I'm
I
trying
would.
to think if there's like, what if you did Semenyo on the left, where he's better. This is admit he's better on the left than he is on the right. Haaland, Turkey on the right, and Marmouche behind Haaland. Could that theoretically work or no?
Maybe. I think the best analogy you can have for having all three of them up top, you have a lot of ammunition, but you don't have the powder to ignite it.
It needs a spark.
I'm sorry. I know people are going bench Haaland. You need firepower. Listen.
Well, they have to. They should re-say that sentence to themselves. You need firepower. Bench Haaland.
Yeah, we've got to be careful here because as much as yes, you're all going to say it's club before badge and everything else, you can't just permanently bench Haaland.
You can't bench Haaland against Liverpool.
You've got an 800 grand a week problem then, and people ain't gonna like this. I keep saying it.
Don't make me say it, Martin.
Maybe one or two games, I get it, but you start doing this, right, Mamouche for Haaland, on a long-term basis or even medium-term basis, you're going to have an Erling Haaland problem.
And even if even if it's just one game, if that one game is Liverpool away, you're going to have an Erling Haaland problem.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland, if he's fit, he will play.
Erling cares about that.
He will play those games. Like that's just he will play Liverpool away. He will play Madrid away at home. Those big games, Champions League nights, he will play those. Like that's not really a debate that we should be having.
Right, you can say it's not Haaland FC. I hear that. Then don't pay him the money you're paying him then. All I hear is Mamouche is on 300 grand a week. You can't bench him, but you're willing to bench the half 550k a week guy who scored you 30 goals already this season. You got to realise, Jeremy Doc, I hear what you're saying, but Haaland will go. And everyone will go, fine, let him go. When he starts scoring 40 and 50 goals for Real Madrid, I then don't want to hear we shouldn't have let him go.
Or if he knocks us out of the Champions League.
We can't call him one of the world's best strikers and then bench him on the regular.
So I got a hey guys, how you doing? So good evening, Martin, Danny, Spartacus, Cal, how are you? Chat.
Yeah. Good evening, mate.
So I just was listening to you guys talking about Haaland. Martin, I agree with you 100%. And let's also not forget, what was Haaland doing in September, October, November, most of December? I think he was scoring a lot. Am I wrong on that, or?
He's on nearly 30 goals in all comp.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And we've also kind of not really been, but we haven't been playing that much to his strengths as we once were. Now, Martin and I have discussed this, and this could be functions of system changes since Rodri's come back. I get all that, but this is where we got to look at trade-offs. Like tonight, from what I saw, where I was able to catch the game, the 2 goals that I saw, those were fast and they were direct. And then I also liked a lot of the possession and control we had. So when everyone says to me, well, it has to be possession and control, it's how we win. We can't have basketball. I'm like, but I'm not advocating for a binary here. We proved tonight, yet again, we could play kind of a combo of 2, up tempo, lower tempo, more direct, less direct.
Did you see what we're doing in possession, Alhata?
Well, again, I saw probably 40 minutes of the game, a little bit, 20 minutes or so in the last of the first half, and then a good portion of the second half.
Okay, so what we're doing in possession today was we're getting the fullbacks high and wide early, and splitting the centre backs using Trafford as the third centre back in the middle. This forced the opposition into bringing one of their players into Trafford to be able to mark him down, and that created space out elsewhere, which Trafford was able to exploit and find gaps in the press.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to do that with Donnarumma.
Then how are we able to play that? But how are we able to play that in other games in the fall? This is what I keep going back to, like a broken record. I love you, Spartacus, by the way. I'm not trying to be difficult or angry with you because I know you and I discuss this a lot. But it's just like, we're able to do that in certain games. Newcastle game that we lost, which you shouldn't have lost, we lost. We had Donnarumma in net. What were we doing a lot of? A lot of direct, a lot of fast, and we had a lot of opportunities that our guys spurned chances. Why is it that we could do that then with Donnarumma, but now I'm being told that's off the table because we can only do that if we have Trafford. They're acting as an extra outfielder.
Okay, because look at what the opposition was doing in those games that we were brilliant in. What were they doing? How were they pressing? How did they structure the way that they defend?
Newcastle was actually really good against us, and so was Real Madrid was picking balls off of us because our midfield couldn't keep passes left, right, or center towards the end of the game.
Yes, no, but I mean those very good games that we played, because I don't think you want us to work our way out of a game because like we did against Madrid. I think you want us to have a dominant performance like we did against Liverpool and Bournemouth, right?
Yeah,
that's the end goal there. Look at how Liverpool and Bournemouth played. They don't go high man-to-man systems. They go zonal. So this will by default leave a player open somewhere. Then it becomes a game of you play fast into that player who is in space and take advantage of that.
Okay,
but
so you're smarter than I am. I'll admit that when it comes to this. So then my question would be, so is there a pattern then that whenever we play man-to-man, we get in a lot of trouble, and only when we play zonal, we're a lot more effective?
If there is a decent man-to-man press, we struggle. We tend to struggle. You can see pretty much every game that we played, and that we go like, yeah, we struggle here. Man-to-man marking system was heavily involved. Okay. You can go Spurs at home. They played a man-to-man system. We struggled heavily.
But Spartacus,
I know Trafford was in that. I know Trafford was in that. I know that.
But Spartacus, we're in the final. We're in the final. We're going to Wembley. I'm sorry. I'm trying
Yeah.
to be a little more upbeat. That's all.
Pete, you got.
Yeah,
By the
well,
way,
yeah.
can I just say this? Just to, because Jeremy Dockers put was KDB not benched? Yes, but he was benched due to his injury issues.
Also, KDB was in the last year of his contract.
Well,
Haaland has like 10 years.
I've just gone back and looked at a lot of them, and other than injury, so 2021, he played nearly every game. He was on the bench when he was having his muscular problems, so that was an injury concern. In 2022, 21, 22, again, he was having his injury issues. He had COVID and ankle issues. Other than that, he was on the bench twice in the whole season. He played 90 minutes in nearly every single game. I think we've got to be careful here on this. Well, KDB was benched, so Haaland can hold bench. What people are asking is, you're asking Haaland to hold bench for longer now. He's not coming back from an injury. You're saying just hold bench. My question is, why can't you get both in? I think where people are scared of saying get both in, because yes, it will be one of Foden, Cherka, Semenyo or Doku that goes out.
Also,
This is just part of football, I'm afraid.
Haaland can use moments here off in there. When you say bench him, like, I don't think he's going to be offended by being benched against Wolves at home. He will be against Anfield and at Real Madrid and all that stuff, or against Real Madrid in any capacity. But like, there are moments you can kind of just be like, dude, chill out. Like, I don't know why he played the Exeter game. Yeah, you don't need to play him against Salford. Give him a little rest, because he did play a lot of full 90s, and he can use a little bit of rest for a single game and pick and choose where you do it. I don't think he's going to be that upset over certain games.
Well, against Wolves, he only played 17 minutes. Yeah, against Exeter, he only played half, and then obviously tonight he came on. So he is sitting on the bench. He is doing
a lot of minutes. Though. I'm gonna look at. I got transfer marked open. He has over 2,000. He has almost 2,800 minutes right now. That's a lot of minutes.
He's our most played player, I think, right?
He's up
I
there.
think it's
Yeah,
done,
he's played a lot of minutes, and he does have an injury record. So I think if you can give him little breaks here, because remember how much fresher he was in the treble season when Julian Alvarez was playing the last 20 minutes of games and he was coming off. And he didn't seem upset about it then. Like I think he just performed better because he had that little bit of rotation. I feel like we haven't done that with him this year.
Taking him off and starting him on the bench to a player is night and day.
I know, but he can't play 90 minutes every single game. He just he will get injured if he does that. Again, give him the game off against Wolves. I don't think he'll be offended by that. You give him that game off so you can play him at Anfield. You play him against Arsenal. You play him against United. You play him against Manchester United, Real Madrid. All those big, you save him for the big games, and you take some of the quote unquote smaller games.
That's what we're saying. People have benched him for Anfield on Sunday.
No. He starts that game 100%.
If we're going by that logic, and Danny will laugh when I say this.
Yeah, go on then.
Then I want to see Trafford in goal at Anfield on Sunday.
Way!
Spartacus is happy about that.
No,
Let's go, Martin. Welcome.
If we're doing this farm business, why is everyone not chucking Trafford in on Sunday then?
Hey, I've put my differences aside with Donnarumma. He's my Italian brother.
All right, Danny. Happy to hear that.
I agree with
Hey,
you.
Daniele.
Why is it one rule for one and not for another?
Player FC.
Because people love some players and people don't like other players. That's all there is to it.
And that's why you're laughing, Jeremy Doku. Because I've got you. Because it's your guy or someone else's guy that has to go out the door.
People are just advocating for their favorite players, not really for what the system works and what the system would benefit from.
I don't think he was class at Tottenham. I mean, that was one of Donnarumma's worst games against Tottenham.
I disagree. I think it was one of his best games, actually. It was actually very good.
I think he could have got that second goal.
Maybe he could have done better, but he would have to anticipate a scorpion kick or a lob. Because it's normal for a goalkeeper to be slightly ahead on a cross from that angle. So it's not an initial positioning mistake. And his passing was actually very good in that game as well. So for Donnarumma standards, right?
Cherky may have to rest down then. Cherky was on the bench tonight.
Yeah, and I think he should be getting rested sometimes. But
So
again,
we just got to. All I'm saying is, and I'm saying just be careful, because if we're going to start resting the big guys for the big games, I think I know everyone's doing this badge before player, and we're all enjoying it, and everyone's trying to not be player FC. I hear that 100%, but I keep saying that's not reality, though. That's not a reality of it.
So that's understandable.
There is an A team and there's a B team. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. Don't buy one of the top 2-3 strikers in world football. Then go and get make Mamouche number 1 and go and get Danny Ings. Do you remember Danny Ings? Well, I remember.
Yeah, we can't replace Aguero with him. Mate, bring me Charlie Austin. Season wonder.
Chris Wood, let's go.
Let's go and get the lad.
Oh God.
Keep Mamouche.
14, 15,
then you have an
Austin.
issue.
What a guy.
Martin, I got a proposition for you. One of the top goal scorers in the Premier League of all time. Chris Wood. Get him, man.
Bring him back.
Hey, Real Mario, that really surprises me from you. I'm shocked that you said Foden to the bench.
I think he was brilliant today as well.
Tonali and Anderson, you're not buying both. This is the other thing that's got to stop. You're not buying both. Where's this Tonali and Anderson buy both come from?
We're going to start playing with 12 people on the pitch, Martin. That's the new strat.
Real Mario,
we'll put one in net so that we can have literally 11 midfielders.
Oh my God! So you're going to have Tonali, Anderson, Foden, Reinders, Rodri, Nico J, O'Reilly. Jesus Christ! What are we doing?
Who's the best kick in the ball? That's who the keeper is.
I've already said it. I think he's played well today. He was I thought he was good today.
For what it means, I thought a lot of people, everyone on the pitch today, had a lot more effort and tenacity in how they played than what we've seen in the last few games. So I thought that was definitely a big step in the right direction.
I mean, there's my thing. I mean, I'm home joking when I put us. Rest Foden. Foden's been on the bench the last 2 or 3 games. Are we just resting him till he's 29?
No, then he becomes, as these people say, an unk. Then they're going to
Oh, that's true.
How long
they're just buying the time.
Now?
Martin, they're buying the time so that they can get him out because he's an unk. Then he clocked it.
He played 5 minutes. He didn't start the previous game. What are we doing here?
Oh, apparently Pep said Pep is a doubt for Liverpool.
Who?
Bernardo.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out?
Oh, no.
Oh, Pep said he's
likely
doubtful.
to be out, yeah.
He said he's
Well, Foden has to play that role then. So all the fun players can start crying.
Right, I'll tell you what. Right, we'll make Haaland a bench player. We'll make Foden a bench player. And when they both put transfer requests in, don't moan at me. Don't run away. We've lost them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, to be fair, some people do want Cole Palmer over Foden. Guy's done nothing for 18 months, but hey, currently he's still better.
Here's what I don't understand about some of this. When you look at the body of work that some of these players have had, these current, opinions are just outrageous. Oh, Haaland's trash. I think some person said that in the last stream. Oh, he's trash. And I'm just thinking to myself, the guy has scored more professional goals by age 25 than everyone except for 4 other strikers in history. What are we doing? Like, what? I mean, am I missing something?
This is the thing. I think I said this on True City Fan before. I think Messi and Ronaldo were the two greatest and worst things that have ever happened to football. Because now everybody thinks that that level of output consistently is normal. Players going scoring for pretty much every game for 10 years in a row is a normal thing. When in reality, the top players, they have 6 to 7 very good games, and then they go quiet for 3 or 4 or 5, and then they go back and play 6, 7 great games again, and they go quiet for a little while. You go through Zidane, R9, Romario. Romario is actually an exception as well, but Henry, all of those, they played very well through patches, and then they drifted out of games for a little while for some other patches. That's the normal way of playing. Those two are the freaks.
Yeah, Spartacus. I looked this up. I did some research about 6 months ago, and just for anyone who's listening or cares, Pele, Puskas, and Greaves were the only strikers to hit more than 300 goals by the age 25. That's insane. I mean, everyone else was less, or maybe it was one other person, but Haaland was either number 5 or number 4.
Maybe
But
R9? Because I know R9 was
no.
just mental in the early
R9 was only
days.
like one. He was only like 195 by the time he hit 25 because he had all those injuries, so he was
Yeah,
out for a lot.
yeah.
But just let that sink in, guys. Like
Well,
unbelievable.
how am I doing player FC? What I'm saying is, you all want to bench these same players. It's always the same players you're benching.
What
I had a tweet
what are
about.
they seeing for?
You're the guys doing player FC, not me.
We're
There was
just pointing out the issues in what you want to do.
Just let
That's not
Danny-
being player FC.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Go on, Donna.
Go on. Oh, you want me to go? There was this tweet
Yeah.
in the summer from some Arsenal fan rage baiting saying Gyökeres is as good as Haaland. And everyone was like, that's disgusting. I'm like, mate, you're tearing him down after 3 games without scoring, and you're surprised rival fans are comparing other players to him. You call him shit after 3 bad games. So again, you have no right to be saying why are you comparing him. You want him sold. Like,
because in the last 270 minutes in the Premier League, he's played 77 minutes out of 270. How long's he holding back? We're just putting him on the bench forever then. He's never going to get back to form doing that. I'm not saying this was my debate last week, and this is what I said, and people don't listen. People go benching for 2 or 3 games. Fine. I'm not all right with that. But now you're benching him for 4, 5, 6 games. And then it'll go to 7, 8, 9. Then it'll go to 10, 11, 12. You're benching him forever. And I'd rather people just be honest with it than play around with this.
because you know what it is, Martin? They say bench for 2 or 3 games. We'll win all 3. Then Pep will put him back in.
And then it'll be don't bench.
Then they'll say, why are we changing a winning formula? Why are we changing a best 11? Well, you said 2 or 3 games. So there you go. It's been 2 or 3 games now. He's
Because
back.
it's not 2 or 3 games. They want him bench forever. They just want a minute, Dana.
Yeah.
Because they're the real player FCs. And that's what
I still can't believe we're having this conversation.
We've had this conversation for like a month now, and I'm tired of it.
Danny, it's crazy. Like, I'm just sitting here baffled. Just baffled.
Because you know what it is? It's a cycle. We drop points. Everyone says Pep out, players out, scapegoat. Then they'll say we lose our next game. Then we win our next game, and the expectation reverts back to winning every game. And then we'll win a couple games in a row. Then we'll lose again. The cycle repeats. It's tiring. I can't deal with the long world anymore.
Also, to be fair, Arsenal doesn't really help us.
An up and down season. You know?
But you're proving your player FC now because you called him Prince Mamouche.
Don't question Prince Marmouche. Yeah.
Yeah, Real Mario. Yeah, Cherky the best player. So you're Cherky FC. So you're player FC. That's my point. You're proving my whole point.
Yes. Some people.
But Martin,
they don't see when they're doing the player FC.
Very
They
funny.
don't see it.
Very funny.
All I've said is I'm gone along with the right. We benched Haaland a couple of times. We benched Foden for 3 games. Now they want him benched for further. They're never getting back in. Just sell him at that point, guys. Bollocks to his contract. Let's sell Haaland to Real Madrid. Jesus Christ. Foden can give Cherky rest when needed. So Foden's playing 1 in 4 and coming on for 20 minutes at the end. We're giving him 300 grand a week for that. Oh, Jesus. The club is fucked. They're giving people 300 grand a week for 10 minutes. Send him a proper bench. Stop this half bench shit. What?
What's that mean? What's a half bench?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask him.
Is that like a false
Well,
nine?
carry on.
Not false
Carry
bench?
on. I'm very confused tonight because I think people are doing the player FC. They're just doing it on their players.
Well, the thing that I don't really understand is, look, I'll admit it. Like I'm part of the Haaland fanboy club, right? Big fan of his, right? But in the same respect, I'll call him out when he's not playing well. But not playing well for a series of games or not putting the effort in or whatever it might be that we've seen. I'm not going to sit there. Oh, he's shit. Got to get rid of him. Get him out the door. That makes no sense. If he played like that for a year and a half or 2 straight, well, then maybe a lot of hard questions need to be asked. But we're talking about what, a handful of games, 8 games with 1 or 2 goals and an assist, and we're crying about it? Seriously? Am I wrong here?
The guy still think the golden boot in Europe. If I think maybe Kane just overtook him.
Yeah.
Right, but Jeremy Doku go, you are a Cherky FC guy, and I get that. That's fine. I get you love Cherky.
I'm a big fan of Cherky too.
I am. We're not Cherky FC. Stop rage baiting you.
To be fair,
Game's
Martin,
cold.
you probably were cursing Turkey for the little flicks and tricks that he did for Haaland when he
Hard
missed.
work beats talent when talent doesn't work. The Prince never lacks hard work. The Prince. My king.
I feel like you could.
Sunshine.
Well, I feel like you could get a better nickname than Prince, because Prince gets fed grapes in his mouth.
I feel like he needs a private moment with a Mamouche poster.
Whoa!
I feel like Real Mario needs a private moment with a.
Do not
with
go
a
in there with the blue
poster.
light after.
Three Prince Mamouche.
Oh boy.
Oh mate, I'm just laughing along with it now. Loan Haaland to Girona. That's a good way. Do you think we can loan Haaland out to Girona?
To be fair, it is working out very well too. Martin, to be fair, Vitor Hayes is working out very well, so maybe that's a shout.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. These are the same people who said Echeverri were coming in doing everything. We've not sent a proper bench. We've not sent a proper bench. It's been half bench shit.
I see what he's saying. Yeah, I see what he's saying.
No, he's saying bench him forever. Don't bring him on at all.
No, he's saying when you bench him, don't sub him on.
But then Pep gets shit
give
for
him
not
the full
using his
90,
bench
yeah.
correctly. Then.
Yeah. What I don't understand about the message is why he's introduced himself twice in a day. But...
So now we're going to have a go at Pep for not bringing on the subs.
Yes,
Change
apparently.
I'm sending a real message.
Martin, unless it's Haaland. That's the caveat, right?
Jesus.
I guess what we learned is fuck Haaland, right? That's what we learned.
That's what I mean. He's the best striker in the world off form. He'll be back. And everyone's bench him forever. Send him. Oh, Jesus.
And also, the hard thing, Martin, is that you bench.
We're in a fucking cup final.
Yes, thank goodness. We
I'm
got to stop those bottle jobs.
I'm still waiting for somebody to say it's only the Carabao Cup.
Here, I like every trophy.
Oh, mate, I would love the Carabao to win the Carabao Cup, especially on top of us.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
Haaland needs the Carabao Cup to complete English football.
Who's recreating Yaya's goal then from 2014?
Marmouche. Oh no, actually, you know who could do it? Foden outside the box. That's a Foden specialty.
What the little dinky dinky over the goalkeeper from like 40 yards out? Because it was kind of weird technique. He sort of like looped it into the top corner.
As I got told
If
by
it's a weird
Newcastle
technique,
fans,
then Marmouche.
as I got told by Newcastle fans yesterday, if you don't want Haaland, send him up to us.
Oh, they also would like Phil Foden. Steve said he would take Phil Foden in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I said this. Put Haaland in. We might as well send him off. Where do you want to go? Liverpool? Should we do a swap?
I think Madrid would work out very
Luke
well.
is right. Let's have Roger with a cracker from outside of the box to shut up that fan.
They've had a lot of Norwegian players in their past, to be fair.
See that's a loaded question, which I'm not going to fall for. We will not tolerate etching messy hate.
Well, if we're talking natural talent, it's probably Cherky hands down. But
yes.
Most
I'd agree with
important or best player is probably a different question. So, like you said,
Natural talent. That's a good question.
These are the same people, though, who told me that Nico G was better than Rodra 2 weeks ago. What happened to my Ballon d'Or? Diaz shouldn't see back the pitch. King Cusher is here. All right, so we fuck Diaz off now. Diaz is gone out the door.
So,
no, Martin, don't fall for the rage bait. Don't fall for the rage bait.
Spartacus, I'm laughing along. Chill.
Okay.
Wait, so Spartacus, are you game for Trafford in the first half, Donnarumma in the second, or vice versa? Is that up for debate?
Yeah.
Trafford is definitely starting the final.
I'll tell you what.
He's earned it.
I don't want Matt Gay back in the. I don't want Matt Gay back. So I thought Ake and Booking Cushion up great in that first half. Bollocks to Matt Gay and thing. Let them sit bench. They're sitting bench for the next 2 months. But then, Danny, guess what? They're playing too many minutes. They'll get injured. Why is Pep not rotating his squad around?
That's very cheeky. That's very cheeky.
Daddy Coos. He's played 90 minutes in a row. He's been free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll get the game off, and then he'll probably go back
Daddy
to
Coos needs a rest. The man needs a rest.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play Sunday.
Hey.
I don't think who's enough. Well, I think Diaz will. Maybe, but maybe.
Nine available now. There's bullets to all of it. The man's
oh my goodness!
I was actually hardcore rooting for us to like spank him because I really wanted to see Naipan get 10 minutes, but the momentum shifted a little too much in the second half. So I understand why he didn't play, but I think if we had kept it at 5-0 at the aggregate, I think with 10 minutes ago he might have come on. That would have.
Listen, Danielle, I figured you out. Your player FC for your boys.
Who?
Daniela.
Oh,
He's
Daniela.
played FC for Daddy Coos. He's played FC for Prince Mamouche. Hey, I figured that. The Danielle's been figured out because your boy got stripped to London. Go and enjoy him in London.
Oh my God.
They'll love it. They'll love you at Fulham.
Oh.
Hey, Danielle, it was Oscar Bob him.
Free baby Sinbad, iPad. You lot need to seriously get off these Twitter spaces.
I really wanted Naipan to get a minute. I wanted Naipan to get a little minutes, to be fair.
Naipan will play against Salford, I think. Why wouldn't he?
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I forgot we have Salford.
Like second half, assuming we,
Danny? Right, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's 5 to 1 in the morning.
It's 5 to 5.
It's the date of the 5th of February.
Yeah, it's 5 to 5 for Danny and I. See, it's still
I will tell you exactly. Naipan will play against Salford. He'll have a worldie of a game. And
we'll never see him again the rest of the season.
No. And then across social media and every YouTube channel will be Naipan get him in my midfield.
Seems
plausible. Martin, I'll do you one better.
Kelly loves Naipan.
Martin, I'll do you one better. Get him ahead of Bernardo in the midfield.
I am coming to that.
I won't say that. I won't say that.
That's Pep's fault. No, do you know my issue, Governor? And I know you love it. Fans have got to stop micromanaging the team and the club. Fans think they manage the club now. I heard someone earlier on another show turn around and went, "Well, we can. Fan power will get what we want."
How's that going for United?
I don't mean this in an awful way, but the owners couldn't give a shit about the fans because that's why the stadium's fucking half empty, guys. And you think they're listening to all you lot of managers and players? They don't care about us in the bloody stadium.
Luke, I've had better.
You'd rather have an half-empty stadium than listen to fans. And we're doing protests and meetings. And you think they're listening to fans? That's the biggest joke I've ever heard. Tell me another one. Naipan over Odegaard, that'll be the next one. No Mikado minutes, 2. I'm very mad. Martin's scared of
Here's one I
changing the
thought might get a
unknown.
few minutes today.
Scared of change. Mate, when that Phil Foden contract drops,
24-hour stream.
Here, we will do a therapy session for you, Jeremy Doku. Go. Yeah? We'll do it because you are called Jeremy Doku Go. You should be called Jeremy Doku 1 goal in 1 year. Man.
Oh, that's not necessary, Martin. Come on.
Hey, no, I'm fighting back, Danny. I'm fighting back.
No, because now
Jeremy Doku got personal with Martin by ripping on Foden. You come at the king, you best not miss.
Is it the Star Wars?
Yes.
Is it the Star Wars gif where it's like I've become what I sought to destroy? You're becoming player. See?
Yes.
You come for the king. Don't miss, bitch. Don't miss, bitch. Right, I'm trolling now. Right, Danny, one thing I do want to ask you.
Calm down, Martin. Calm down.
Mifuna,
Ed's alive.
Well, no, he's been.
Hey,
he's
man,
been,
I like to let you guys, talk. I let you, do your thing.
So right, Mifuna's gone. McKay.
Gone.
Mifuna's gone. Sheffield went. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has.
Calvin Phillips went to Sheffield Wednesday, right?
My fucking head's gone now because I've bantered too much. I need a moment.
No. Calvin Phillips went to Sheffield United. You're going to get cancelled.
Sheffield United.
Not Calvin Phillips. No.
Mukasa went to Leicester.
That's it. Mukassa's gone to Leicester. Mifuna and Heskey have gone to. No, Mifuna's gone to Watford. And Heskey's gone to Sheffield Wednesday. Do you see a road back? That was my question. Any of these guys?
Well, it's interesting because we're actually loaning out younger players. Typically, you loan out the 20, 21-year-olds who don't have much to learn in PL2 anymore. But Mukassa's 18, Mifuni's still 17. So I feel like the message from the club is clearly you're ready for first team minutes somewhere. It's not us, but somewhere. So again, it's better that they're learning in the Championship, which I actually think is quite a good league, as opposed to wasting time in PL2. Because Mukassa's been quite good. Mifuni's been pretty good. There's been a mistake or two in him this season. But I do agree they are ready for senior minutes somewhere. And their ceilings are so high that clubs would be glad to take them and nurture them. So again, I think these two are semi-different from other loans. If they don't make it here, don't come at me. But again, we've had a bunch of 21-year-olds in our current PL2 squad. And these two have been probably our 2 best players of the season, alongside maybe McAdoo, Regan Heskey. And they're loaning them out, which is a bit of a different change of approach. So I feel like the tides are
I
turning.
do think.
Didn't Mukasa sign a new contract also?
One at a time.
One of you.
Do you think any of them make it? Because the reason I'm asking is, especially with Mifuna, because I look at Max Elaine, if he stays. Gay's still 24, 25. Roughly that age.
25, I think.
Diaz 28, Hushinov is 20, 21. Or Daddy Hoosh, we've got to call him. And Gavardio's 23.
Victor Hayes.
I would predict that.
Why I don't see a path back, that's what we're.
Who's this? Oh, it's Prince Marmouche. All right, it's Prince Marmouche. Yeah, I know who it is.
I do think that.
I had to bring Player FC in, didn't I? I just had to.
From what I've heard from people around,
and then I was like, I don't know. I asked you in the private chat. You didn't see it.
From what I've heard from people around,
if you're talking about who I think you're talking about,
from people around football, this current crop of players, the Heskey brothers, Afuni, Mukasa, they're very highly thought of around football, not only at City. So maybe they don't make it at City, but I think they're going to be big names elsewhere because there's a lot of players around football looking at them.
Yeah, the Mikasa one's intriguing because I've watched a couple games with him this season, and they have a couple of very young players, like under-17 internationals, that are getting games for them. Jeremy Monga, who we were linked to in the summer, I think he's 2009, and he's getting starts for them. And Louis Page in midfield, who was at the World Cup a couple months ago. So they're clearly a team who, since they've gone down, have not been afraid to trust the young guys. So I think that's a very, very good loan for Mikasa.
Deliver us to the
Yeah, didn't he sign a new contract too?
promised
The club?
land.
Yeah, apparently he did.
Good evening.
Deliver us
So if anything,
to
we'll
the
at least get a good fee for him.
promised land.
Are you all right, player FC? How you doing?
I told you about Prince Marmouche. I told
Whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa. I've been crying about him all season. You're not the only one, Daniele.
Listen.
You do
all
know
I-
Daddy She's going to the daddy bench in about a game or two.
Listen.
Big up, Daniele.
Yeah, what's going on? Listen, great performance, the fluidity. I have no complaints except one, and this is the only reason why I came
There he
here.
goes, Phil Foden.
No. I have no problems with Phil. My problem.
You're confusing
Going to
Daniele
be
with
the
someone else.
Norwegian lads.
My problem is with the Viking, and
Oh.
I will say this because if you're going to bench him for the full 90 so that he can actually sit there and smile and have the camera on him and see the other players put in the hard work that he needs to be putting in. I don't want him being brought on in a game where the other guys are doing well. I want him to sit there and simmer and be upset and want to play. I don't want this half-ass bench shit. Bench him for a full actual game that's meaningful so that the message can be sent. That's it. That is my only qualms beef with today. That's it. Because he needed... Go ahead.
To be, I'm just gonna talk from a point of view of a player who kind of a little bit understands the football and the mentality of the footballer, because I went through a whole academy system and I know a lot of footballers IRL. They usually, I don't know how Haaland is, but usually they think that it's more humiliating for you to come as a sub when the game is won and just to rest some players than to not come at all. And that's what Pep did to Haaland.
Oh.
I respectfully disagree. He needed to sit there, to simmer and bake and see the other guys celebrate with their hard work and effort and understand that they could do it without him. And if he wants to join and will eventually join the party, he needs to bring his hard work. He is
without him would be mid-table.
100%. 100%. I don't disagree with his talent. No. Just Martin, I don't disagree with his talent. I don't disagree with the necessity that we need him to get to where we want. Where I have concern is this is year 2 and you're taking your winter sabbatical again, and I'm questioning your effort. I don't want to see that. My club is in crisis. My manager's in crisis.
What?
Well, I said that. You heard me. I've been consistent. No. Hold on. I know we're in. I'm not rage baiting.
That's a crisis. A cup final. We're in crisis. Wow.
No. Listen, if they did not have any beefs or concern with what the outside world and rivals are saying, the best thing you could do is shut up, pivot, answer the question in a different manner, and address it how you want to so that you can continue on football. Instead, they've addressed it because they understand internally as well the issues that they're hearing outside is bothering them too. They are not playing as well as they're supposed to. Pep said it. If we were playing as good, we should be 12 points above Arsenal. And the fact that we're not with the quality that Pep Guardiola is saying is an indictment to those players and himself and the club, with a lot of things not going right, guys that were supposed to step up, not stepping up, guys that were supposed to be fit, not carrying themselves fit, and the Viking, the franchise, the king, the lord, whichever Earl, if you're going to get the big bucks, somebody said it in the stream yesterday, it comes with the territory. I am not going to sit here and praise you, but not be allowed to question you. You want to be called the greatest striker in the world, you're going to get the greatest criticism in the world, because that's what the other guys got too. And you should not be missing. And right now, I need you to step up. And if your effort is one of those things that is missing, yeah, we're going to question it. And I need you. Well, and I'll give it to you this, Martin. If this was your boy, our boy, because he's not just yours, he's ours. If this was Phil Foden, he would have been killed if for people questioning his effort. And he's a local lad. No, those people are stupid. His effort has never been. His effort has never been something that I have questioned since he's broken through to the first team. And if he gets his money, it is well deserved because he's put in the effort. The Earl, the $1 billion contract, because you already got it, which means now you have to fulfill that contract and produce. I'm sorry.
He has breaking the Premier League records this season.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. See, Martin, there's a difference. Okay. Martin, I've seen Phil do it with the greats. I've seen Phil do it in a season where he needed to step up. The club right now is in a transitionary crisis phase. Some people may disagree with it, other people may not. But right now, for this season, certain players with expectations and price tag have to step up. I don't want to hear it. You get the big dollars, you get the big criticism, because the other guys, they got credit in the bank. For the people that are not Pep out, because Pep has credit in the bank. So Foden has credit in the bank. Erling Haaland, I am looking at you. If I go into
Haaland has credit in the bank.
Martin, there's difference in credit. For the Americans, what do they say? There's levels to the. No. It doesn't mean I want him gone. That's not what I'm saying. Haaland has to step up. Has to. You cannot be missing those chances and assume that it's not going to pay a price. You have to step up. You need to lead by example and off the pitch as well. But you have to do your job. There's nothing wrong with holding him to a higher standard. He's capable of it. We all know that he is.
What's this, by the way, what's this winter break he keeps having?
Did he not take a winter break last year?
No.
He got injured.
Okay, wait. Besides being injured, did we not question his form last year?
Yeah, but I think we questioned everyone's form last year.
My bad. No, he got injured during the Club World Cup. My bad.
Yeah, last year was a disaster for everybody, including Pep.
Okay.
This is my issue. Hang on, this is my issue. We've got this belief that players will go 70 games a season and be shit up for all 70 games. I'm sorry.
Martin,
no, one minute. No, let me retort. There are players who, as Pepper said himself, that are going to have lows within a season. Right? Ronaldo had them. Messi had them. Mbappe's had them. All players have them. I'm sorry, you're not going to like this. At the moment, all I see is maybe I don't know what it is. I don't see this reaction from anybody else in our players. Every time I speak to a rival fan, they think we've lost our minds in this situation. Has he gone? Oh, they think we've lost our minds. If you don't want Foden and you don't want Haaland and you don't want Rodri, please give them to us.
Yeah, Steve will take Foden at Newcastle. He's already told me that multiple times.
Why are we?
Also, Helgi will take Marmouche and Juventus.
I'm sorry, but this is the new toy syndrome.
No. See, no, you're doing that again. No.
You've just done that. No,
No,
hang on. I know
no.
it's partner, but you go Daddy Cushion, Prince Mahmood.
I was rage baiting in the chat on that part. That's it. But on the I'm going to I've watched a couple shows now. Shows that local fans have been on and have been saying, Martin, if we would not be having this conversation about his effort if you could see with your eyes and ears that his effort has not always been consistent, especially when it's been needed. Moving in and around the box, it does not take that much effort to move a little bit more. Are you that tired that you cannot move? Cannot run? Bernardo's been here 10 years. Why is Bernardo?
Do you not think he moves tonight?
No, I'm not talking about just tonight. Why
No,
is my...
I can only talk about tonight. I'm sorry, I can't talk about what happened 5 weeks ago.
No,
That's boring to me.
I am talking about in totality and moving forward. This club needs him. We need him. Pep said it. We are not going to get to where we want to go unless him and Phil Foden are a part of that journey. And I know Phil will come good. And I know Haaland will come good. But Haaland needs to kick up his backside right now to understand, big man, you got to give the effort. 5% more is the difference between certain games. That's our margin. You have to. Because other guys, when they were in your position, not a position of play, but position within the squad, influence and impact and importance, they did that. There's nothing wrong with asking him. I heard LB say that. I heard Nobbin say that. I heard the other guys, even on Hussein.
You're not saying ask him, you're saying bench him.
No, I said send him a proper bench for one full game. That is my only beef with today. I don't have any beef with how he played. I have a beef with the fact that he came on and this is my personal opinion. Nobody has to agree with me. I just wanted him to sit there and actually soak it all in. Not come on.
Danny Alley, as the resident kind of Haaland fan, I agree with a lot of what you're saying about the effort part. I get that, and I've seen it, and I've also seen it turn around today a little bit. Per the bench, now I played sports too. Even when I played rugby at a really high level, there were times where when I was a starter, I was a second row guy. Sometimes when my form fell off or I had a bad attitude, I sat, and then I'd be put in towards the end. That was humiliating because I was always a starter. So I guess maybe it's each person. Maybe for you, if this happened, it'd be more humiliating if you were on the bench the whole time. But I know with me personally, the few times that it happened, it sucked because I got on the last 10 or 15 minutes of a game and I'm like, seriously, I should be out there because I'm better than the person that the coach put on instead. And now I'm getting the scraps and leftovers. And it kind of lit a fire under my ass the couple times that it happened. Now, I'm not saying that Haaland has that. I don't know him. But and, maybe for you it would be much worse if you had to sit a whole game out. But I could see why Pep had done it that way because it seems like, at least in my experience, maybe other people who've played sports have been through this. It's humiliating, especially when you are a starter and you're being benched, and then you come on for like a scrap.
I
Dude,
can say that a lot of footballers agree with you. A lot of them, at least in Brazil. I don't know how it is outside of here because I don't know many outside.
On the benches. I think as fans, we've got this idea to put a player on the bench to prove a point. Players don't see it that way.
What was the last?
If you think they do, then you're living in La La Land.
What was the last game Marmoush started right before? What was the game?
Oh, I think some of that. I also think how Pep has treated Marmoush. 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. That's also poor on his part. And if I was Marmoush, I'd be fucking furious.
But
no, wait.
You think this game is fair?
No. Just build with me.
This game ain't a fair game.
What was the last game where Marmoush started and then Haaland came on? What was the game?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Wolves.
Were we up?
Yes.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
We were trying to send him a message to be benched.
right? And he's done it again tonight. And you
Wait,
want
wait,
to do it
wait,
a
wait, wait,
third
wait,
time.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. Did he need to get brought on? Because now it's turning into a pattern where if you're trying to bench him, you're still trying to bring him on to do the half bench, not bench, but still kind of keep him within your leash. I just want to see for one
You're
game.
not going to get that, Daniela.
No.
Not, I'm sorry.
And that's the problem.
It's not a problem. It's football.
No, Martin, listen to me.
But Danielle, you know what else makes a player give more effort? When
One-
you sing his name.
When
you back him.
one game, full game of being benched.
Stop saying it's one game.
It's one game.
Right, but there's a difference. He can go, you know what? I'll go and have my one game in Real Madrid. I'll go and have my one game in Barcelona. I'll go and have me one game at any club in the world.
If you're telling me one game in messaging breaks him to that point that he wants to go to Madrid and Barcelona, then I'll tell you got the. Because
you're not just doing that. You're benching him on the regular now.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hang on, Daniel. This is what I said earlier. 3 games becomes 4. Then everyone Mamouche keeps scoring. You can't take him out.
No, that's not. You just said it's not the same. You're telling me you gave me the hyperbole with one game that he was going to consider Barcelona. He was going to consider Madrid. One game. That's all I'm asking. One game of significance. Send the big bastard an actual message.
I'm sorry, because the big bastard is the face of his football club.
Okay, but Martin, no, I get that. But in football, I can go the past 50 years.
You think football's fair?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Whether it's Serie A with Juventus, Madrid, Barcelona, there have been examples. Luis Enrique did this with Messi. He sat him for a full game. And that lit a fire under Messi's ass, and he was pissed. And he had a falling out with Luis Enrique. You're telling me Haaland for a full game can't be done? Come on.
Daniela, I'm gonna just build a little bit on what I forgot his name. Sorry, I really forgot your name, mate. Jesus, I got a blank now. Anyways, I'm gonna build on
the rugby killer.
The Mad Hatter. I was mad as hell.
Sorry, Mad Hatter. Sorry, Mad Hatter.
Left, right, and center.
See, me hearing that, Martin, I know that's a killer. I knew when he went back into that scrum, he was gonna bust some balls. Killer.
I'm just gonna, Danielle. Let me just build a little bit on what he said. Because when you playing in a decently high level and you're one of the best players on your side, and you get benched for somebody, and then at the end of the game, you come on from this guy. What goes through your mind usually is, wait a second. I am resting the guy who's worse than me? Is this what's going on at the moment? Am I the rest player for this guy? No fucking way. That's not gonna fucking happen again. And that lets the fire in your belly as well.
It was humiliating for me. It was a bit of humiliation, and I hated it.
But see, Spartacus, let me ask you a question, because you guys are painting one side and dismissing the other. Is there only one way to send a message?
No, I agree. There's not, but you also have to know the player. So Pep might say, I know that this is going to light a fire under his ass more so than benching him completely. Then again, we might find that 3 games from now, Pep's had it and says he's going to sit the whole game, and I don't give a damn.
I'm going to tell you this, but I'll tell you this being in the stadium tonight, and you won't like that. Erling Haaland got a bigger cheer warming up than 90% of those players on that pitch.
That's
rightfully so.
Shocking.
And I would expect a boo if it was a bad performance.
I'm sorry, but this is where it's not fair. I agree. I'm not saying football is fair. But we are asking, this is where I disagree with. I hear people's viewpoints, and they can do all this kumbaya, make life fair all they want. Mamouche is a great player, but he's not Haaland. The same way Alvarez was not Haaland.
Do not spit on Mr. Alvarez's name.
Oh, fuck off.
Don't do. That is a World Cup winner. Martin, what are you he completed football. What are you talking about?
So's Nicholas Otamendi, but I don't want him in my fucking back line now.
Benjamin Mendy's for the World Cup. What we doing?
Wait. I'm sorry.
Dude, the butcher won the World Cup. Do we want him on our team?
Wait. We just had a conversation saying
This is
football
crazy.
He's not for Lissandro Martinez. Good idea.
This is now going to disrespect levels.
Okay. Just so I'm clear, is Julian Alvarez not one of the top 10 strikers in the world right now?
Not scoring.
No.
I'm sorry. Say that again. He's not one of the top 10 strikers.
He's top 5.
Okay. So you
Disagree.
You just said football is not fair, and then you guys brought up the other guys as though they were in the same conversation with Julian.
Do you remember when Alvarez was there? That half the fan base wanted him out the door,
and half that fan base was wrong.
All right, because it suits your narrative on the player FC.
It's not a narrative. He was an impact player. He was a good player and a treble winner. If we had him today, he would help.
Why did he want to leave?
Because he wanted to live in Madrid with his family, and he wanted to play. And he wanted to play meaningful games, not the ancillary. Wait, hold on. Not the ancillary games. He still got his minutes, but he wasn't playing in the games.
Yeah, he plays for Argentina, Koba.
Not the games that mattered. Every great player wants to be a part of the games that mattered as the driving part, or a driving part, not as an ancillary piece. That's why he went. Because at Atletico Madrid, come El Clásico, he's starting. He's there. No questions about whether he's going to be one of those guys. At City, with Haaland still there, it was going to be a question. And actually, any great striker, if you did not have that itch in wanting to even be in that position, I would question your desire. I would question whether you actually want to be a great striker, because they
Can I ask you an honest question, Danielle? And answer this very honestly. Would you have kept Alvarez over Haaland?
You know my position. From a footballing standpoint, in terms of how we actually fit, Alvarez was more of a Manchester City player with Pep's system.
Real Mario says, yeah.
Than Haaland. I would keep Haaland, but I would also understand that you're going to have to build around Haaland, and that there's going to come with some deficiencies, which means the other guys have to fit in. That is the price of building with a great player. But I am still left with the question in my ear: what City would look like with an Alvarez? The ceiling may not have been as high, but I'll tell you what, the football would be good. The effort would be good. I would not have questions about the pressing, for one. The link-up play, interchangeability, the fluidity in that front line. Oh my God, like the bangers.
Hey, Danielle, I got a question for you about this, and I'm not trying to give too much pushback, but you brought up a really interesting point. If you'd kept Alvarez, and let's say that was instead of Haaland, it'd be more fluid, not as high as the feeling.
I would want both. I would want both, but in a perfect world, I can't have both.
Yeah, and I get that. So my question is this. With Haaland, we have a trade-off, and I think everyone can openly admit that and accept that that's not, very crazy for me to say. But if we're not utilizing him to his absolute max, playing to his strengths, at least sometimes, not all the time, we're not going to do that. We're not counterattack FC, I get that. But if we're not doing that and we're not bringing the best out of him and playing to those strengths, and I'm not dismissing his own issues of effort sometimes, I'm just tabling that. Do you think then that if we're not playing to his strengths and capitalizing on all that he has available, that is doing the team a disservice as well?
Can I just give you some? Sorry, while you're going to answer that, the European Golden Boot standings as of the February the 4th: Mbappe 1, 22, Kane 22, Haaland 20, Thiago 16, Benda 15, Martinez 13, Mason Greenwood 13, Ferran Torres 12, Panichili 11, Undav 11, 10, Budimir 10, Elise 10, Luis Diaz 10. I'm still not at Alvarez yet, mate. Tabakovic 10, Semenyo 10, Schuld 9, Lewandowski 9, Dominic Calvin-Lewin 9.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are
Don't
you
ever disrespect the big man saying he's fucking better than Alvarez ever again.
Oh, but wait, did I say he was better? He was.
Yes.
Did I say Alvarez? No, wait. When did I say Alvarez was better? I said.
Would you?
I said don't
For our
disrespect him.
system.
And then you are the same person
How am I
that's
disrespecting him?
hold on.
He's not even in double figures.
Doesn't mean he's still not a great striker. Are you not the same
What's the
person that's
striker's job? What's the striker's job?
to put goals? So by that
Thank you.
benchmark, Lord Earl has not been doing his job. Because looking
Alvarez
at
has 7 goals and 3 assists.
okay, I'm talking about Haaland. Looking at that standing, he should actually be at the top with the amount of chances that he's missed. And it's incredible that he's still that close. He should be at the top, and he should be a little bit further ahead by the other guys. Because Mbappe's got turmoil. He's got Pep. In the Pep system, with the amount of the amount of chances that we create, I'm going to answer Matt Hatter. With the amount of chances that we create, he should be at the top, and if not a little bit further ahead.
No, stop that, Real Mario. No, stop that. That is just an agenda-driven thing.
Now,
I'm sorry. I'm not.
Matt
Phil
Hatter,
Foden has more goals than Alvarez.
1 second, Spartacus. I just want to answer Matt Hatter's question if I understood it correctly. Are we doing the team? I might actually ask you to repeat your question. Are we doing?
I can do it if you want me to.
Yeah. Please, because I kind of
Okay, so in anything in life, there are always going to be trade-offs, right? Choose one thing, then you miss out on the other, but that's just what the trade-off is. With Haaland, we know that, is he going to be dribbling left, right, and center? No. Is he, strong with link-ups? He's not bad, but he's not like a Harry Kane. We understand that. So we know that if we want to really capitalize on all of Haaland's strengths and skill sets, there's a number of things that the team as an overall should do as regular as possible for him to be able to capitalize and for us to be able to really maximize that talent set that he has, right? So if we're not doing that as often as maybe we should, is that then having a secondary effect of now we kind of have someone who is, I'm not going to say a passenger, but we're not utilizing him to the best, and therefore what he contributes to the team is not nearly as much what it could be if we were more focused in maximizing him better by playing more to what he does very well, better than most anyone.
Okay,
or am I off base?
Got it. No, I don't think you're off base. I think when you have a talent like Haaland, you try to get as close as you can to trying to build the system, orient the system, the structure, to feed him, to maximize his impact within the squad. You try to do it as best as you can, and you try and you walk that line and balance it whichever way. But there is a reality where if he is not scoring the goals, structuring the system the way that you do around him does come at the expense of the rest of the squad, the team, because he can get his goals. But what's the point in him getting his goals if you've got 9 other guys struggling and the team taking an impact? If we're not as balanced, or in some cases, I think he's more suited towards a transition type of offense or system.
100%. Yeah, I would agree with that. 100%.
But at playing that transition type of system in this city side, without the players in the midfield or even the defense being healthy, it would come at the expense of the defense leaking goals, the midfield being under constant duress. Do you live with it? Because I think in more times than not over a full 90, because football is also a game of moments, that it only takes moments for somebody of Haaland's quality to kill a game, demoralize an opposition, and you can run with that momentum. And we've done it more times than not in his tenure, to where you win those games. You're going to win more games with Haaland than lose. That is a fact.
And Danielle, and I agree with all this, and you're hitting a point that I've been driving at for a while. Now, my question...
I have got to end in 5 minutes while going to my mum and dad's.
Ryan and Steve showed up.
I have got to end in 5, so my bad.
No worries.
No, all good. You got family first. So my one question then would be, what we saw from Haaland in September, October, November, and most of December, let's say, what has changed? Is it all Haaland? Is it part of the team? Is it the system? Is it injuries?
It
What do you
should
think,
come
Dan?
from results, what every player comes through.
I think it's a collective. I think it's Haaland. I think it's the team. I think it's fatigue. I think it's Pep. The Premier League is a marathon, and
Yeah.
him carrying the weight, and he was doing that. Let me just not dismiss this. He was doing that, playing a lot of games that were his form was going to drop.
It never was.
His form was going to drop, and I think some of the other guys that we assumed were going to be there with him or to shoulder with him haven't always been there for a multitude of reasons, whether it's injury, whether it's form, or whether it's just life as a whole. And I think it's all come together at the wrong time, and his form dropped too. And as a result, I think real Haaland is what we saw at the start of the season. This current blip in what we're seeing, I don't think that's Haaland. And I think he's going to come out of it because he's shown every time that he's going to come out of it. I just want a different creative means to put a boot up his ass and say, wake the fuck up.
Well, I'm going to be sorry with you. That ain't going to happen, Daniela.
I know it won't. I'm just speaking.
No, I know you are. I'm sorry. I know this is harsh, but again, I'm going to be realistic. I know people are frustrated. I know they're angry. I get it. But this for me, I'm going to be straight, and this is not you, Danny, or anybody else. This is in general. Some in our fan base are struggling. And what they're struggling with, you're not going to like this, they're struggling with not the normal success they're used to. And they won't admit it, and what they're doing is we're blaming A to B to C to D to E to F.
That's true. I don't disagree.
We are all over the fucking place mentally and everything else that we're calling Foden out. Then we call Doku out. Then we call Haaland out. Then we call even people have a go at Churchill. And it's all over the gaff. Last season, everyone was having a go at Alvarez. Then they were having a go at everyone wanted Palmer back. But the also Palmer was shit when he was in. It is all over the gaff.
Martin, I just think you listen to the. I just think you lit. The good thing about you, Martin, is you listen to everyone, right?
Steve, no, this is everywhere. Go in any chat, this is everywhere. Go on South Stand, all in them comments. Go in LBs,
Right.
all in those. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There is no avoiding it. This is just where our fan base has gone at the minute. It is very unstable. It's very emotional. We've reached a fucking cup final and we've destroyed half the team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would rather have your problems than mine. That's what I would say.
Hey, man, I think we have a really good shot in that cup final, too.
You'll win that. You'll win.
Oh, Danny Ellie.
They ain't going to like this. This is why the stadiums are empty.
Oh, speaking of that, my Arsenal friend is giving me, you guys are full of plastic fans. I'm like, brother, stop.
And by the way, this is going on in Newcastle. It's going on in Chelsea. It's going on in Arsenal. It's going on everywhere. Because 2026 is a very angry society. And everyone is angry. And they're confused. And they're up, they're down, they're left and they're right. This is meant to be an escape for everyone. If we think that getting the best out of Haaland is ripping him apart, go and ask Edison how that went. Go and ask Akanji how that went. Go and ask Mahrez how that went. Go and ask Alvarez how that went. How many fucking players have got to walk out of the exit door in his football club before we realise abusing does not work?
Oh, yeah. I don't. Do you think the majority of your fan base abuses players?
Yes.
The majority?
No,
there's some crazy loud people.
Yes, Steve, I don't think you realise how crazy it's got at the minute.
Oh, no, I do.
Rico Lewis gets the blame. He's not even on the fucking pitch.
Yeah,
Savio gets the blame, and the guy
Savio.
Oh, man, Mahrez was my baller.
To get blamed in a bit because the team's not sweet enough.
Semenyo's close to goals. People are talking. He's already equaled Savio.
I think you just give those people too much airtime, fam. Because people say
Right,
people.
so close every single City channel down then.
No, not every single one of them. No.
Can you name me one where people aren't losing it?
Nobbins,
You're
usually.
gonna have some people in.
Because nothing's that's the way. So you go live in a certain time and you do it not often. That's different. And by the way, this is not having to go at Nobbins or anyone. Each person's different. The trouble is, everybody. I'm not going to like this. It's the same people doing it.
Oh yeah, we banned those
feel
people at
personally
Nobbins.
attacked.
That's not a dig at anybody. But like earlier, listen, I love him to bits. But there was a certain someone, I won't name him, he's not here, hosted a space. I want Tonali and Anderson in the summer, or I'm writing.
Wow, you couldn't have made that any more obvious.
If I don't get Anderson, and Tonali, it's a 3 out of 10 window.
Yeah.
I think we
Martin,
get one of them. I don't think we're.
These
We
people
don't
have
need to sign
allowed
both.
boys.
We got
They don't
Nico
realise
O'Reilly. We
what
don't
is
need to
going
sign both.
on. And that's not
The
a dig at
difference-
these people. They've got to realise that they have an influence. I ignored it for a long time, and then I realised what I say on here, some people take.
Yeah, 98%,
Don't
isn't it?
understand
It
sarcasm.
became a meme for a reason.
Stop this standards bullshit. We're in a fucking cup final.
Some of that is a little. You have to
How
realize
is
some of
that
the
not
standard talk is
standard?
sarcastic.
How is Savino bloody horrendous when he's been injured for 2 months?
Agenda.
Come on, it's getting crazy because we're not top of the league. Listen, I wish we could go to this top of the league.
Hey Martin, I got a question
So
for you.
good.
I'm really interested to know this. When you're at the stadium, are you hearing fans that you know or don't know, but they're still fans? Are they speaking the same way in front of other folks, in front of you? Or is it
No.
mostly an online only kind of thing where there
An
is
online
no
thing.
pushback?
Nope, it's an online thing.
Okay. And that's the thing that's great and
told you
bad about
Samuel,
online.
The longest cheer
There's
tonight is Haaland warming up.
Yeah, there's no ramifications for terribly poor, ridiculous, stupid behavior online like there is in the real world. If I was in the stand, one seat ahead of you, and I started screaming, Haaland needs to be on the bench for the next 3 or 4 days.
You get told
Foden
to
is
shut up.
absolute trash. What would happen to me?
You get told to shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that don't make that right. By the way,
No, but my point
that
is,
don't
it's
make
like
it right.
no, but my point is, doing that in person, fewer people will run their mouths like that than when online.
No,
'Cause
I'm
There is
sorry.
an actual consequence
Sorry
for
to
doing
do that.
things.
Yes,
Plus, I mean,
exactly,
When you're in
exactly,
that
Spartacus.
stadium, you're there to support the team, not destroy it.
Exactly, but that's the thing. There's no consequences when people say crazy, outlandish. Martin, I was on here with
Not City till we stop winning.
yeah, and I think that's where a lot of it's coming from is people just letting their emotions go with absolutely zero control, zero, and there's no consequence. So they just keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, and you have this.
Listen, listen.
The
I get
worst-
it. I have got to jump. I'm sorry for being really rude.
No
I have got to jump. I'm literally got to be at my mum's in 5 minutes, and she
No
lives
worries.
15 minutes away.
Handle family, Martin. Handle
Listen,
family.
We will sort it out tomorrow, but please, guys, I know people are angry. Don't attack people. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. We are entitled to disagree. We're entitled to agree. But guys, this is not just this show. We've got to calm down just a touch.
I struggle to calm down. I can't lie.
We've got to calm. Because seriously.
Yeah, because your team's shit.
Yeah, I know it is.
By the way, Oil Brothers on Friday night.
It's going to be sensational.
You got to get Steve on that. Steve needs to get on that panel.
It's not up to us. It's not hard. So it's up to Baz.
Oh, never
I
mind.
can ask Baz. I'll ask for you. But yeah, anyway, right. Big up to everyone. Take care. Thank you to everyone. I'm being a bit rude because I've got to jump, literally jump because I'm.
Whoa. That's a harsh comment from Parth.
Play nice. Again.
Trying to insult me? That's a channel I
Everyone's
stream
very
on.
angry at the minute. Right, guys. I love you all.
Thanks for having me on, Martin. Thanks, guys.
We'll be back tomorrow with Thursday night chat. Big up all. Take care. And as always, up the Blues. We're going to Wembley.
Here we go.